You are now listening to the Dignified Delinquent. Hey, it's just sophisticated ignorance at its best.
My name is Vanessa, and I ask tough questions.
Hey, it's Go. You know we stay lit, and you know why you here. So let's get it.
Yep, it's your boy Jerry the Great, and you are tuned into a brand new episode of the Dignified Delinquents. I ain't like my yep just then. My voice is halfway out.
That was good.
Yep, I feel like yeah.
Lukewarm.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this voice. Yeah, you are tuned into a brand. Yeah, fuck you, Scope. Hey, it's a brand new episode of the Dignified Delinquents. I'm gonna try to power through this thing because my voice is on my larynx right now.
Yo, he ain't sick. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Tell him to get it together.
A lot is wrong. My voice is halfway gone. We are the Dignified Delinquents, man. You in the building, shit. Y'all better act like y'all know something and know what's up. And I got my peoples in the building with me first and foremost. That dude, the kid, that man, Vasco.
Ooh, yeah, you already know it. It's your boy Sko, aka I am .vsj, aka I am that kid, aka the best vlogger and
lover.
You know, and welcome back to another video. Y'all, I'm excited for this one.
This is not a video, sir. This is the show.
This is the second week saying that. That means he real passionate about
his videos.
YouTube thing, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. I'm appreciative.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know the whole goddamn song that came. Let me introduce the other co-host on the show. Miss Vanessa Ness.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on, Ness and Ness?
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy
I've been
whatever
sipping
day.
a little bit, so I'm ready to go.
Ooh. Hey, Sco, 99 days until graduation, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
First week back in school this week. How you senior year?
Yeah.
This your first week back to school?
Really? Well, it's like the second week, but next week will start the real grind, as in like work opens back up on campus, classes back in physical class,
in
starts
person.
back
Yeah.
So, to be honest with you, I kind of am like any other college senior, like in the headspace of this is it, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but I know what I'm gonna do type thing.
Yeah.
But I'm focused. I can say that with confidence. Like I'm ready. I don't know what's gonna come out of this year, but once I finish up with school. But I know God got a plan for me, and it's gonna be something special. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I gotta say this first month back, Vasco has been on his stuff now.
I would say so.
He has been very prepared.
I don't like my voice.
Okay.
I do though. It's kind of soothing.
Like this shit.
I do.
Yeah,
It's kind of same though a little bit, but it's a little bit groggy.
My wife told me because when I wake up, my voice is really like, what's going on? How you doing? And she was like, when you wake up, your voice is your inner soul, who you really are. Because you really about 67 soul. So like, so that when you wake up, that's that inner person.
So how did that sound?
Good morning. How y'all doing? Hey, babe.
Brush your teeth.
What's the
wow? That's what it be. Stank breath in the morning.
Even after that though, it take me if I get up at 7:30, it take me to about 9 I go from like
kick in for real.
What's going on, baby? How y'all doing? Hey, everybody, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Okay.
So it take to about 9 o'clock
warm
when my voice gets right. But right now, I don't like this shit. I never experienced like so I'm gonna call it food poisoning for purposes of whatever, but I had like a stomach virus or I had a something.
When?
Recently?
This week?
Tuesday. But not listen to what I'm saying. I'm calling it that, but I can't say what I want to say because we recording.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. How'd you catch it? That might give the people a better understanding.
I would say I shoot.
Did you catch it from Jack?
No, Jack's big brother.
Oh, okay.
Jack's big brother. His uncle actually.
Okay.
And you know, and I wasn't drinking it a lot, but I did that and I hadn't ate, and then I ate right on top of it, and you know I was eating and like talking so much, and then all of that just came out, and then it was just all on my esophagus, just like ugh,
sitting right there.
It was coming out at the same like two holes at one time. I didn't know what the hell to do,
bro.
I've been there, done that.
I was like, oh,
you got to take that BC powder.
Oh, it was not. BC thought I wasn't gonna do it. I was. We have a bathroom in our master bedroom, the bathroom, but it's like. It's not like, so it's like I guess they call it a powder room where like the bathroom's in the room, but like you got like the closet, the shower and everything. So it's a smaller space than like the guest bathroom. So like the walls are like, you know, closer.
Right here.
Yeah, I was in that bitch like, oh, jeez. Please, if you get me out of this, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it. I don't never want to feel this way again. Boy, I was in bad shape.
Wow.
I was in bad
That was
shape.
me on Founders Day. So I feel it.
Yeah.
We're not young no more.
We not, and I don't think that it was that by itself. Though. I think it was because I hadn't ate. I
ate
had
on top of it.
And
what did you eat?
You know the rules.
Red meat.
What?
Yeah,
especially
it was,
after.
Yeah, it was like red meat right after, and then all that stuff just came right on up.
Look, we didn't even introduce you. Look to my right.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
we
here.
got Jerry.
Who? The Great?
Jerry the Great.
You know it.
He is goddamn a screenplay writer,
Stop
producer.
It. You better stop it.
Photographer.
Don't y'all gas me up. You better
script
stop.
writer,
Stop.
Advertising and marketing
Stop
agent.
it. Stop it.
Oh,
Why y'all stopped?
Get the ball for yourself.
Can I get a ball for myself? I had to. I
yeah,
had
you
to.
got to. What's going on in Jerry's world?
Man, a lot. God is good. God is great. And I put that on Facebook, and people just was liking it and didn't know why they was liking it. They was just liking it. But man,
Probably agree.
I'm not gonna say much, but I will say that relationships are important, and who you are as a person is important. Your integrity as a person is important.
Amen.
And what you stand on, and what you move on, and what you don't move on is important. So yeah, man, just God is great. God is great, and He has continued to bless me. I can then become a blessing to other people as I plan to, and to also continue to share this gift with the world, because this gift ain't for me to just sit on and be selfish with. It's for me to share with other people. So
Speak your shit.
yeah, so God, that's it. That's my message for the day. That's my powerful.
Nicely said.
And I feel anointed.
Thank you. Yeah. Y'all better say something. Y'all better say something. Yeah, man. We just know. I'm just happy.
Yeah.
I'm just happy.
That's good though.
But let me take that back, because that's what Biggie Small says when he got in the car and got shot.
Shit.
I got a lot more living to do. I got a whole lot of stuff more to do. I got a lot. Yeah, I'm just getting started. Because y'all watch some interviews where it'll be like, this was their last interview.
Yeah,
I'm just at peace. I'm just so happy. Nah, shit, I'm disruptive.
I got so much going on in my life.
Because what y'all not gonna do? I don't know. Do y'all watch Lifetime and movies and stuff like that? Y'all watch that?
No, not at all. Actually,
well, Lifetime is television for women, but they be having.
First of all, don't do that. Don't box Lifetime in.
That was their lotto.
That's what they said.
I'm not sure if they changed
okay, well,
it.
Lifetime, you boxing yourself in.
I'm not sure if they changed it, but their model, because a comedian had a joke. It was like, Lifetime television for women. Whose fucking Lifetime is this? Every time I turn it on, they getting beat, stabbed, and killed. Whose fucking Lifetime is this?
Well, what's sad is it is their lifetime. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of which, can we go right there?
To Wendy?
I wasn't going to Wendy.
Where
I
you
was going
going?
to Tip.
Well, let me go to Wendy first,
Oh, okay, go ahead,
because Wendy Williams has a movie coming out on Lifetime. It's like her biopic, and I think that it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
I think it'd be interesting.
I was a little skeptical at first to watch it. Like I was like, because I don't know if a lot of men will admit this openly, but I like Wendy Williams. I'm born in 93. By the time 93, she was already on radio, becoming the queen of radio. I met Wendy in like 2008, 12 when she was coming to TV.
Tell us the experience.
Of meeting? No. I didn't meet her in person. I'm saying like I experienced her.
Never mind.
In like 2008, 12 when she was coming to TV, and her show was on BET right behind the Monique show.
How you doing?
Yeah, say that again because you sound just like her. So I'm just excited, man, to hear her story from her perspective, or from whoever wrote its perspective, and to experience that.
She had like a scandal with her husband or something like that.
Her husband Kelvin had an outside baby, but per Wendy and the biography, he was cheating on her the whole 20 plus year marriage.
Oh my God!
And she knew about it.
I was gonna say, don't nobody not know about it.
Yeah, I don't know if you go watch the so even in the movie, and this was tied to T.I., even in the movie she talks about her being date raped, right? So she was date raped by this singer, R&B singer in the late 80s who had a big hit come out.
What was this hit? Don't tell us who it was.
I couldn't even tell you the guy's name, because he was like a one hit wonder, but he looked like one of the DeBarges, but he wasn't a DeBarge. But she was date raped by him, and when she was telling the story to Claudia Jordan on Out Loud with Claudia Jordan, the way that she told the story was a little interesting to me. She was like, I'm not gonna ruin the story, but like the situation happened. She's like, as I sat there, I was, I didn't want to yell, I didn't want to scream. She was like, and I bit my tongue. She said, because I knew one day this was gonna be a big, story to tell.
Right.
And I was like, that's interesting.
I will definitely have to go back and listen to that part.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Because the first part of it, I can understand why you don't want to scream or resist, but
yeah, but
that's a little. I'm gonna have to go fact check you, Jerry.
No, literally go watch the interview with Claudia.
No,
Jordan.
I trust you.
Yeah, go watch the interview. But what were you saying about my man's tip?
Yeah, expeditiously.
Say partner player.
But where you at all?
No, so T.I. and Tiny are in the news right now for allegations of drugging and sexual coercion
Say what?
of different women. So they're like maybe recruiting women to maybe come have sex with them and drugging, or maybe getting them to drink a lot while they're there.
Allegedly,
or getting these young women to the point where they don't know what's going on, and then letting maybe part of their staff or entourage allegedly have fun with these women. So that's a big thing in the news. What y'all think?
So what was T.I.'s response?
Well,
it's gonna be a denial. For sure.
T.I. has I got a sound bite, but before that stemmed from a young lady who said that T.I. held her at gunpoint.
Correct.
On social media.
Somebody said that he put a gun to her head. Why? But she said that she was beating up somebody.
Yeah.
At the same time. So
and Tiny got on social media to defend her husband, but
then Tiny friend got on social media.
Shakana got on social media to defend her friends, but also was like, allegedly, what you were in that room doing. Like you fucked both of them.
So it did happen, but the intentions are cloudy.
Right, is what Shakana said. So on social media, it was trended on Twitter the other day, where all of these victims were coming out and their stories sounded the same. And to me, it I wanna
be careful.
And even on Clubhouse, people were giving accounts of. I didn't go through this, but my friend had told me that this is what happened. So T.I. took to he took to social media because they had been radio silent about it. He wasn't responding,
which is interesting because he's not radio silent about anything that happened.
Which is probably what you should do if someone's accusing you of something like that, until you get into the right position to make a response, because you don't want to make a response that's gonna put yourself in jeopardy. You don't want to jeopardize yourself by making.
I.e. Kevin Hart be put in a similar situation where you come out and say the wrong thing at the wrong time, and now you fucked up even more than what you was.
Absolutely. Well, don't say much.
So this
a little something, but even his thing is he says much.
This is what T.I. had to say.
Hey, so as y'all could probably guess or imagine, it's been extremely difficult for me to remain quiet. In light of all the things that have transpired and all of the egregious allegations that's been tossed around about me and my wife. But it's a reason for that, and I don't mind sharing it. You see, if a person does not have any right to criminally or civilly have you in court, they have no right. The best thing they could do, it gets you for a defamation suit, drag you in court, make you pay their legal bills, but get you in court. Now, I mean, at this point, man, it's at the point where that don't even matter to me no more, okay? But that's the motive, that's the strategy, that's the intention. Say a whole bunch of false stuff about you that get people to believe and make them come out and say, they're a liar, they're a liar, they're a liar. And then they can say, see, they call me a liar. That's defamation. Then they drag you in court, get you under oath and all that. Because unfortunately right now, it doesn't matter as much what they can prove you did. It matters what you can prove you didn't. You know what I mean? And that's just another.
So that's what T.I. had to say on social media. T.I. also went on to talk about, what goes on in his bedroom. Hopefully this is the right clip.
Adults who into what we into and like what we like. If we want something, we know exactly where to go to get it. We ain't never forced nobody. We ain't never drugged nobody against their will. We ain't never held nobody against their will. We ain't never made nobody do anything. We ain't never trafficked anything. Well, sexually trafficked anything. I ain't never raped nobody. Never raped nobody. Also, I'm gonna tell you what's factual. There have been fake stories put up that blog sites anonymously sent to this person. Blog sites anonymously sent fake stories to this person, and the person posted it as though it was a victim, that they were sure that it was a victim and it has been victimized. And what this does is it.
So that's what T.I. said on social media. So to your point, I don't know if he's being quiet. I think that, you know, if I was his legal counsel, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. But sometimes sometimes closing your mouth, you know, could get you in trouble as well.
He got something to say about every controversial thing that happens with Meg Thee Stallion. You know, he has something to say about that. So now the ball's in your court, and he was pretty quiet about it. So I will say that, to me, it's not anything that was said by the victims or from him and Tiny during this situation that kind of made my mind up. It's other things that have happened in the past. So, for example, I watched their interview on the Red Table Talk, and I was kind of disgusted with how he and Tiny communicated with one another. How they communicated with one another and how he communicated towards her. Now, to each his own. Whatever happens to your house and how that runs is cool. Do your thing. But to me, it just didn't sit right. To me, the going to the OBGYN with your daughter, as a teenage girl who used to have a great relationship with my father and still does, that would be unusual to me for him to come into the OBGYN with me to discuss that. So to me, it's more like a track record, to where I'm not saying that I believe all these allegations, but would I put it past? No.
Yeah, I have no place to talk about it. If he's done those things and you're go ahead.
So I agree with you that you don't have a place to talk about it, but we are on a platform where we give our opinions on things. So we can't, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do.
So I was gonna say I'm not defending T.I. I don't give a damn. You know, he ain't feeding me. He ain't put no, I don't even if he was, and he whatever. I just think that, you know, we've seen this before. And with the Bill Cosby situation, one of the things that irked me, not saying that Bill did or didn't do it, whatever happened, but was just the way that everything played out. 60 plus women came out and all of their stories sounded the same. And then their accounts changed from the first time they gave a report, because it's like that whole media washing thing where it's like, oh, that's what she said. Well, my stories sound like, oh, that could have happened to me too. 30 years ago. That happened. He gave me a Quaalude too. I had
it is shameful of the women making up these stories.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's shameful of them. What I'm saying is that oftentimes we allow groupthink to affect our judgment. And I'm not like I said, I'm not defending anybody. If you did anything like that, your ass need to be in the bottom of the jail. But what happens when it comes out that person didn't do it? Because I always equate placing that type of label on someone as a predator, as someone who raped me, that is equivalent to murder. You know what I mean? And once that gets attached to your name, it's like and T.I. said it in the video. Like I said, I'm just taking what he said and what's in the media and so forth. What T.I. said in that video was, we live in a society now where it's like, it's not what you can prove. It places it on me to say I got to disprove what you said. Right. You know, and that's tough. And what he's talking about with the defamation lawsuits, that's real. You know what I mean? Because what happens all the time is people, I'm gonna sue you for this, that, and the third. All this, and you gonna say something, I'm gonna sue you for defamation, and it's gonna be tied up in litigation. And then as the person who's being sued, it's easier to say, all right, well, you know what? Let me just settle this out of court. It'd be a whole lot cheaper for me to settle this out of court, wipe it away, and instead of deal with you through all this litigation. Yeah. And that's what oftentimes happens. And then we be like, well, what the fuck happened? Well, he must have did it, or she must have did it, or they must have did it. Like, what's going on? And go ahead. Because I see your knee working in the ground.
No, well, I don't know if we can say it or not, because then we're going to reveal our interview.
Go ahead. They know that we pre-recorded after last week.
So after talking to Chad Oubre, not saying that something like this couldn't have happened to him, but he talked a lot about isolating yourself and, you know, building those infrastructures around yourself. So it's kind of hard. And T.I. has been in the game a lot longer, maybe double the time that Chad Oubre he's been in. Maybe.
For sure. T.I. been out in the game since 2000.
Yeah, so a lot more could have happened, but just the way he presented himself and from the research I did, I don't see a scandal like this, one, happening. Two, even if it did happen, would it be believable? And to me, that's my thing. It's like, it's not that the scandal happened, it's that based off of things that have happened, that we've seen happen, it doesn't seem too far-fetched.
I don't put anything past anybody, but I think that sometimes because you have a distaste for T.I. Can we honestly say that?
And I know I love him, but the things that he says in the media, in his person, like music wise, I do. And it was till maybe like 2 or 3 years ago that I just started noticing things. I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that as a woman, as a young woman. I don't know. So yeah, I guess maybe I'm on the other side.
Distaste for him. So
small bias.
Yeah. So it could be a little easier for you to. I'm not saying taking sides, but it could be a little easier for you to form an opinion on what you think could have happened. But in the words of my guy from Hamilton, no one else was in the room where it allegedly happened. What's your thing, Scott?
I was just gonna say, like, because you kind of got a bias in the opposite spectrum of me, because I'm on the side where, like, I want to back this man up to the T. Like, I want to be on his side. I want to believe that he didn't do this. But fucking growing up and nowadays, especially with it being 2021, you can't dismiss anything. So this could be true, and he's saying allegedly it's not. And I'm, as a fan of T.I., the musician, the person,
the father, maybe
all of that. Because what was it? T.I. and Tiny, the
Family Hustle.
Oh man, oh yeah, that was every time that came on, record. It was a good show. I was a fan. So yeah, looking at it from that side, I'm more on the spectrum of, I don't believe this shit. Now, if it did happen, I do apologize sincerely for your trauma. However, until it is revealed that this is 100% true, you got evidence, this is the third, I can't go behind it, because that's one of my idols. I look up to bro, and until he is guilty, then I'm gonna have to be like, yeah, I can't.
Go ahead, V. I'm saying moderator. Go ahead, V.
What deems sufficient evidence that abuse has happened?
You can't ask me because
I'm asking because he said until evidence comes out that it happened. So now I'm asking what is the evidence
that's a tough question, especially for me as a man, because as T.I. said, if someone came out right now, and I don't think that no one would, because I've had complaints of Jerry, you're not aggressive enough, like but if someone came out right now and was like, Jeriel did this to me back in high school, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Wait, how? Wait, how? Wait, who? And then the thing could also be like, wait a minute, is that how you interpreted that? Like, is that how you interpreted that? I'm sorry. Like wait, like what's what when I?
But I think
you get what I'm saying.
People would go back to your reputation. There's another artist, and I don't want to bring his name in the mud because he's not part of all of this. But his image to me kind of got tarnished.
Well, who
because
was that artist?
Rick Ross.
Okay.
So the lyric,
put the Molly in the drink. She
didn't enjoy that. And then I also watched the episode of The Lip Service, where he came on there as a guest, and he asked one of the young ladies to make her a drink. She declined, and she don't know how to treat a man. Don't even worry. Like, he almost dismissed her for the remainder of the interview. And this is her platform. So this is somebody like that would come on as a guest on Dignified Delinquents and would dismiss me the whole time because I don't know how to treat a man. And after that, like, fuck, I love Rick Ross music, but
and I get that. I think that so you have I don't want to say a biasness, but you have a biasness because of their trash behavior.
I say respect me like you respect everybody else in the room.
Exactly. And I think that you should. I agree with you on that. But like I said, when it comes to the allegations of these charges, whether I like you or dislike you. It's a whole lot of celebrities who I don't fuck with. Like I just like whatever. I don't like that person because of whatever reason. You throw this charge on them, I'm not going to automatically assume guilt or just assume because of their trash behavior that they did that. I'm going to be like, you know what? I don't know if they did it or not. I wasn't in the room where it happened. Hopefully they didn't do no bullshit like that. Let the evidence play out how it does. Let the chips fall where they may.
I ain't going around saying he did it. I ain't retweeting the stuff. I ain't sharing the stories. I'm just saying based off of other things that have been said and done.
We just giving our opinions.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dignified.
Don't come for me, please, T.I.
Or anybody else. Don't come for me.
Don't
just
want
for
no
me.
problems with Ross. I'll fuck with you.
For me trying to be the
just
middleman.
some weird stuff.
Yeah, I just think that's tough for anybody. Even when women get those titles, it's like, you know, if you're convicted of being a sexual, you gotta walk around that for the rest of your life.
It's a lot.
You know
It's
what I
heavy.
mean?
Like you can't live in
You
certain
have to live
places.
a completely different life once you get that. Once you get the added to your name.
Yeah, and I don't it's gonna sound crazy as freely as women give it away. Why do you like? Why? Because it's dudes out here who do sexually assault and abuse women.
Shit's pissing me off.
What? So like, what the fuck wrong with you? Like you a ain't shit human being. So I don't get that, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully it works out in the best interest of best parties. Hopefully it goes the way that it should go. So next month, and this episode is going to kind of run congruent with it. We go into Black History Month.
Hey!
Yeah. That was a clap. So what do y'all do to celebrate Black History Month, or do y'all do anything in specifically to celebrate Black History? I see the teacher over here.
In school, we gonna be reading about Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Sojourner Truth. We learn about everybody.
Ooh, you gonna give them the real history.
Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We go into it.
Okay.
I love it. But it's so hard because like one time I was trying to teach them about Malcolm X and then it referenced Marcus Garvey and I'm like, y'all know who Marcus Garvey is? And like
No.
complete silence. Not even a no, just like so then it's like to even teach them about one
You
figure.
said Marcus Hill?
You gotta go teach them
about
another
Yeah.
figure, and then you gotta kind of all the get back to Mansa Musa and work your way back up. So
Yeah.
it's interesting, but this is my favorite.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come back to you for another question. But what about you, Scott? What are you gonna do for
I don't really do nothing too special for Black Friday besides the
not
fact,
Black Friday?
Not Black Friday, Lord.
God damn. Black History Month. I'm sorry, y'all. Black History Month. I like to watch a lot of movies though.
Okay.
I like to watch a lot of old
The ones that
historical.
piss you off.
Yes.
Making this mean mug a white
Like the
person for no
Butler.
reason. Like, you know
Yes
what?
and no.
Butler wasn't that bad.
Ooh,
though.
that shit made me mad.
12 Years a Slave pissed me off. Go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
No, what pissed me off was that what was the show on Netflix? Now They See Us.
Yeah, when they say
When
When
they
They
see
See
one
Us.
of
Yes.
oh
about the Central Park 5.
oh my
that
god.
was so sad.
Or they've adjudicated 5 now.
Yeah, that was a tough time. I went walking around hating white people like for 2 weeks. No cap.
It is. I don't even want to say this on the show because I don't want it to come back and get me. But I'm saying real quick.
Okay.
You know the on Freedom Riders. Y'all seen that movie?
With Denzel?
Yeah.
No,
Freedom
not with
Riders?
Denzel.
No.
Where
with
she
the
goes
white
to
lady,
California
the white
and
lady.
teaches the kids, and you know Ava, the Spanish girl, she said, "You know why I hate white people."
Yeah.
And then she goes into it, and it's and I'm half white. I don't hate white people or anything, but that scene now, since the George Floyd incident and everything like that, it just resonates so much, and especially shit with the stock market crashing or not crashing, but Robin Hood pulling the stocks that we finally caught on to something, and y'all pulling it from underneath our
They're like,
feet.
hey, wait a minute.
So
Hey,
it's
whoa, whoa, whoa.
like it's not
niggas.
necessarily white people. It's like the elitist class
Yeah.
for me. But fuck.
That consists mostly of the Caucasian race.
Well, you said
I
that. I
mean-
didn't say that. I quoted a movie line and then I built on it because I love
but
all people.
Statistically, it'll show you that. You don't have to shy
Yeah.
away from that. Statistics will show you that. For Black History Month, man, I don't know. I always grew up listening to people be up tell that same old joke. They give us the shortest month. Da, 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 da. It's not because they didn't give us the shortest month. Frederick Douglass' birthday and my other man birthdays fall in that month, and that's what they gave it to us. It grew from Black History Week, and we grew it into a month. I say just take pride in it, man. I like to watch movies.
Yeah.
I started watching a movie called One Night in Miami. It's a brand new movie. It's Regina King's directorial debut.
One night.
One Night in Miami. It's Sam Cooke, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., and one more.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
I seen the trailer for
the trailer,
it.
yeah. And there, it's about events that happen in a hotel room. One night in Miami, where all Muhammad Ali all came into this hotel room. And they were, having a conversation. Now everything is speculated because no one else was in the room where it happened. But I started watching that last night. I just had to turn it off early, not in a bad way. Not.
I turned it off early too.
Well, so my reason might be a little different than yours. Then I turned it off because it opened with the scene of Ali fighting in one of his fights, right? And you got Ali fighting this white guy, and you have Bun Beanie Brown, who's Ali's corner, hype man. And it was shot very well. Regina King did a great job aesthetically, and the look of everything. I just seen the movie Ali with Will Smith and Jamie Foxx 20 plus times, and to me, Will Smith is Ali. His voice, his mechanisms. Jamie Foxx is Bun Beanie Brown. So Bundini Brown. So I can't. It's taking me a little bit to get past.
Yeah,
this new guy playing Ali and this other guy playing, so I'm like, in my mind, the creator in me is like, I wanted that he watch Will Smith's version of Ali, or that he go, or I wanted this guy that's playing Bundini that he watch Jamie. So, and I also just let white people know that it's okay to smile and talk back to me. I'm not an aggressive Negro, because with the face mask it's hard. With the face mask, it's hard because I realize, like, I don't speak verbally, but I give white people cues, like, it's okay to talk to me, like, I'll give you a smile. But under the face mask, you can't see the smile I'm giving you. I've realized, like, my dumb ass is smiling, she can't even see me, but she's clenching her purse a little tight.
Oh God,
it happens still to this day. I'm not saying that for a bite. It still happens.
And I work around all black people all day, so we don't.
Well, I'm even at the grocery store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I'm on aisle 7 and she and her little daughter is wandering, come on, Susie, come on, look.
Oh,
that must be nice.
First of all, bitch, don't nobody want little Susie ass. Little badass Susie knocking this goddamn cereal down. If anything, I'm a tripper dumbass. All right. I'm sorry.
Don't talk about the kids. It reminded me of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, about like kind of how it kind of stayed in one scene ish and didn't move too much. So, but with Ma Rainey, it was like there was a plot and I didn't really know where it was going. Like for all I knew, the movie was finna be 4 hours. So like when it was an hour deep, I was like, something else has to be happening. And by the time it got to the end, something thought provoking did happen.
Right.
Like even all the way building up, like watching her like sip the soda and burp in these people's face and like, nah, he gonna record. I don't care how many times. Like her demanding, you know what I'm saying? Like that spoke to me. But when I was watching One Night in Miami, I was just like, okay, they're speaking to one another. Honestly, it did make me say, okay, let me go back and listen to some Sam Cooke, because I'm an old
Sam
head.
Cooke, that's the name I was missing.
I'm an old head with the music, but other than that, it was just like, okay, they're speaking to one another, they're getting each other to open up a little bit more. But other than that, what am I getting from
I gotta
this?
go watch this.
Was Martin Luther King in that movie? Was Martin Luther? Was he one of those ones in the room?
No, Malcolm.
Okay, Malcolm X. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry.
Malcolm was trying to hyping up Muhammad Ali to
that was his
tell
boy.
Sam Cooke and the other man, who was the other man, the football player,
Jim Brown,
that he was coming out as a Muslim.
Okay, yeah.
So for me, it was just like, okay, y'all making each other woke, and I love that and appreciate that, but like, we already doing that, so what's like the bigger message here? So that was it for me.
And I'm asking you this question just because you're our token mixed person on the show. As a mixed person, do you celebrate Black Heritage? Like, can you celebrate, or do you celebrate like the first 14 and a half days?
Fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your whole that's a way to say it.
The first 14 and a half days of the last couple days, you got to be like, you know what, y'all go in and have the rest of them.
Look, I celebrate both parts of me. I love my white side, I love my black side. I have a culture and diversity company, so I'm very much invested in inclusion and getting us all to work together. what side do I identify with more? Like when it comes to mannerisms and music and things like that, probably definitely my black side. Y'all probably not hearing it right now.
Yeah.
But you will. But me and my boyfriend were talking about it the other day. We were talking about, because I have a diversity company. Eventually, when I pop, because it will happen, are people going to come for me because I'm mixed? And because I'm not black and things like that, because I'm seeing people come for mulatto, I'm seeing people come for that. Who was that lady a couple years ago who was doing all that stuff for the black community, but she wasn't really black, so I think she was working for an institution or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Rachel Dolezal.
Yes,
yeah,
her. So she wasn't really black, I don't think. So I get the frustration with her, but like mulatto, she's mixed. Like, so it had me thinking like, fuck, babe, are people gonna come for me? And he was like, yeah, they might. So now I'm kind of getting in the mindset, and I even asked Jerry before we went on the show, like, you think they're gonna come for me? He's like, yeah, they probably will. So shit, this is preparing me. I'm gonna get ready, but
just gonna say you'll be able to take the
and you light skinned.
I love everybody. Yeah, I'm light skinned and I'm fine. That's probably gonna be a big problem. It's what it is. But I'm smart and I can back all of this up.
So there you go,
Stop
sister.
playing, black.
There you go, sister. And February is also Valentine's Day, and we would be remiss if we did not talk about Valentine's Day. Now, Sko, I want to ask you what you doing for Valentine's Day. But before we go to that, I definitely got to let our listeners know what we all know. So y'all, we recorded in the Velvet Lounge Studios, right? Okay. We got the bathroom right here. Yeah. We purposely turned on a little scent in that bathroom. Yeah. That scent is called Scentsy. That scent is called Scentsy, and what that scent is.
Get into it.
Well, do y'all smell it when y'all go in there? Y'all smell the scent.
Always smells nice.
Dude, especially after Vasco go.
You gonna do this on camera? This is what we finna do?
I can smell it.
So Scentsy is offering our listeners a $25 Valentine's Day bundle. Wow. Where you're, you can give your girl or your man, whoever you want to get it to, or your side piece. You can give them, what they really want this Valentine's Day season. You know what I mean? So be sure to contact Peggy. Her contact information is below in this video. But can we just talk about the scent? Now, I brought that one maybe 3 months ago. I'm looking at my producer. Maybe 3 months ago, and we only changed that thing maybe how many times? 3 times, if even.
I don't be guessing.
3 times, if even. So we have the wax melter plug-in. Okay. And I kid you not, the scent lasts for forever. Really? And then the gold, I brought it for my wife. I brought her the rose gold plug-in. And it's dope because it's not like a wax melter that you set on the ground. It works as a night light if you want it to be a night light. And they can mix and match scents for you. So you just call Peggy and be like, hey Peggy, I want something kind of citrusy, kind of this whatever, and then she'll plug them and match them for you. So
I just bought some Scentsy actually. I bought some car plugins. So I bought 2 cents for my car and one of the plugins.
There you go.
So if you can spend that money at Bath & Body Works, you can spend it with Peggy.
There you go. So
talk to Peggy. I want some lavender.
Put it in my room. Lavender
is good.
Yeah, put it in my room.
You can never go wrong with a good lavender. So make sure that y'all talk to Peggy. Her contact information is below, and get y'all some Scentsy. And if you in the car with your significant other, be like, I ain't buying that shit, and then surprise her with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they over here doing that advertisement on their show.
You just whispered and it made me think of, you said whispering to your significant other and it made me think of just whispering here, hamburger. You have seen that on Def Comedy Jam?
I know who Hamburger is, but I don't know that.
He got a set where he's like, next time you in the bed, fucking
just whisper that to your girl. Yeah. That's not a new joke. A lot of comedians do that. But Sko, what you
always trying to tell me? Fuck. Pause.
Oh shit! What the fuck is going on around here?
That was my brother Al was actually calling me. Probably talk about this interview that we.
Oh, okay. Al while I talk to Vasco. You see how he always trying to say I wasn't saying that? Or No. I'm saying because if you talk, that's an old joke.
It's okay. It's okay though. It's new now.
He reference people all the time, right? I be trying to follow his lead.
It's all good.
And reference folk. Every time I do, he be like, "That's old."
It's all good.
No, what I'm saying is that's a stock joke because a lot of comedians would do that,
Eddie Murphy.
No, but like if you go to a comedy club, like some comedians that towards the end of their show, they'll fuck with the audience and like and be like, hey, y'all together? Okay, how long y'all been fucking around? Buy her a drink, send her a drink to me. Hey, if she give you something, you gotta make her say my name.
So basically, what he's saying is that's like a lame reuse joke.
Not lame. It's a stock joke if you use it right. It's a stock joke, but it can be
so a stock joke.
Yeah, but you got to use it right.
Means something like, you feel me? It's just kind of in the artillery and
my people. I wasn't trying to make a joke.
No, I know. I'm just educating the people. A stock joke would be like, if you go to a comedy club now, every comedian I guarantee is going to go up there and they're going to talk about COVID.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're gonna have a conversation about COVID. So it's like those stock jokes,
like it's trending.
Remember when the wall thing first was popular with Bush, and they were like,
true.
They was like, the joke was, and about 10 comedians had this joke. They talking about they want to build a wall. Well, who gonna build the motherfucker?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Okay.
So real quick, Scott, what you doing for Valentine's Day? I just want to talk to you as the youngin on the show. What you doing for Valentine's Day? Other than buying Scentsy.
Oh yeah. So that's first. After that, I really want to take my girl. I'm gonna give her some money. I don't know. She might want me to go with her, do a pedicure. Okay. Then she likes doing shit like this, so I'm gonna take her. Hopefully this shit don't.
He look nervous, y'all.
Yeah,
hopefully she like it.
I hope so.
I hope so.
But I'm gonna take her out to this park that she like. She was talking about she wanted to have a picnic and shit, so I was like, all right, cool. But I'm only gonna do it if the weather suits right for me, because if that bitch is cold, we not going outside, bro.
Lay your ass in the bed.
So you're gonna make a picnic in the living room?
Oh yeah, no, I do. I'll switch it up easily.
But it's gonna be a picnic.
Yeah, because I know she like that.
Okay,
she wanted to do something in the living room, but now she want to go out of town. So
that's how we do. You know what I'm saying? When we fuck with high rollers, that's how we do.
Now you told me what you want, and now you're switching it up.
Tell me what you think about this one coming from. You feel me? Because you already know Brick Brother, Little Brother.
Yeah. Even though before the show, like it caught people off guard. It was like, what the fuck going on?
You know me, I just stir in the pot.
Yeah. Fucking instigator. Anyways, so yeah, I was thinking about at the end of the night, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna put on a nice little movie. I'm gonna go get a bottle of wine.
What kind of wine?
I'm gonna need your help with that.
San Sebastian.
Okay.
So that's gonna fit your budget.
Okay. And then, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna give a nice little rub.
Hold on real
quick. San Sebastian, that mean he gotta go all the way to St. Augustine?
No, they sell it at Walgreens.
Okay, come on.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. They got white, red, and they have
get white or sweet red.
They got white, they red or sweet, and then they have another it's not a Moscato, but you'll see it.
For sure.
Okay, come on.
So yeah, and then I give a nice little rub down.
What you mean rub down?
Like, you know what I'm saying, just to help her relax.
You got to do that one.
With the butt.
The butt.
Doing the butt.
That part.
Don't end it
just
with
do that part about 10 times and it's time to go.
Don't end it with the rub down, because all women know rub down is a man's way to get to sex.
Especially, I bet you won't rub her down and just lay down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to rub her down and just go to sleep. let me give you a massage, but we both naked. What the fuck? You got to be naked for to give a massage.
She'll fall so in love.
What?
She might try to pounce on either. She gonna fall in love and fall asleep, or she gonna fall in love and pounce on you. Either or is good.
Yeah, don't initiate the sex.
Free game.
Just like rub her down. She
going to sleep regardless.
Niggas.
She going to sleep.
Brown chicken, brown. Hey, we gotta go on to the next segment, man. The producer is waving this thing at me. You know, she'll curse me out. Vanessa, what's going on in Love 'Em or Leave 'Em this week?
So Love 'Em or Leave 'Em. Our first one is called My Mama Has a
What
Type.
is the segment first I'm sorry, because I didn't give you a good lead-in.
Pause. Because I guess this show we gonna be on scene, but behind the scenes a little bit. So right now I'm gonna tell y'all how Jerry just stepped on me, because I already knew that I needed to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? What Love 'Em or Leave 'Em was about. I was gonna say the title.
Y'all talk to Chad and y'all just.
You know what I'm saying? Chad boosted me. Okay, you're not gonna tell me my words.
I'm independent. Don't talk to me like I got no weight.
So I was gonna say the title, and I was gonna tell y'all that Love 'Em or Leave 'Em is actually where we give unbiased advice on relationships, friendships, whatever you got a problem with, to write us a letter, give us some details that we can work with. If you don't, Jerry gonna reach out. Look at him. Let's tell. So if you want to find the letter place, you can go to jerrythegreat.com. That's Jerry THA great.com. Find Love 'em or Leave 'em. Click the link and send us a letter.
Vanessa made me this salmon shirt, and the pink the pink matches my gums.
Y'all know I love Jerry. I gotta give him a hard time because he give me a hard time. And boom. All right, my mama has a type.
That's the wrong sound. What you doing?
I went too soon.
That was me.
Okay, thank you. My mama has a type from Texarkana, Arkansas.
Texarkana,
excuse me. My mama had me when she was 14 years old. Let's just start there. So growing up, I really looked up to my grandma as my mama, and my mama as my big sister or best friend. I'm 23 now, and my mama is turning 37 soon, but she looks like she's still in her 20s. She's never really been much of the mother figure to me, and like I said, we grew up as sisters. We parted together, fight each other. We still bicker to this day. I get a lot of my traits from her, some good and a whole lot of bad. It is what it is at this point. Therapy won't fix nothing. I say all that to say my mama has a type when it comes to men. As a matter of fact, we have the same exact type. This is the problem because it gives pits for a shit. Can I start all this over?
if you would like to.
I would.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You want me to cut it, or you just want to we're gonna let it run because they know we fuck up.
Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. I've been drinking. Okay. My mama has a type from Texarkana, Arkansas. My mama had me when she was 14 years old. Let's just start there. So growing up, I really looked up to my grandmother as my mama and my mama as my big sister, best friend. I'm 23 now, and my mama is turning
37.
But she looks like she's still in her 20s. She's really been,
She's never really been much of a mother figure to me. Like I said, we grew up like sisters. We partied together, fight each other. We still bicker till this day. I get a lot of traits from her, some good and a whole lot of the bad ones. It is what it is at this point. Therapy won't fix nothing. I say all that to say my mama has a type when it comes to men. As a matter of fact, we have the same exact type. This is a problem because it pits us against each other. Whenever I meet someone new, she's always up in their face, showing all 32 of her teeth. I don't even think she knows that she's flirting with them, but she is. You ever go out with your one homegirl, the one who's always trying to show out whenever you get around some fine men? That's what she does every single time. Our city ain't but so big, so the pickings are slim. I'm not certain, but I'm sure we've had sex with some of the same men. I don't want to have to compete with my mama to find a man. What should I do? Sign the original versus the copy.
City ain't that damn small. It ain't that, well, 37 and 23.
That 12, 14 years, obviously, because she said.
She is young for sure. Mama is young, but
Mama had baby at 14. Can we start there?
yeah, fuck. I mean, but you can't blame mama for that, and you can't blame daughter for that. Not saying you are, but it what it is.
Mama's loose.
Mama out here.
Mama.
But that's her mom though. I don't think her mom is really flirt with these people. Like,
I think she is.
Yeah.
really?
I think maybe learn from mom and see the type of men. I may or may not be in a similar type of thing. So learn the type of men that she frequents and look at the cycle that she goes through with each of them and learn from that. Don't keep, like, you shouldn't even be in the same circle of men. I feel like if you're really learning from your mom, if you're doing the same thing, y'all are in the same circles of men, then you're just repeating the cycle, sis.
So you're not really being an original. She
Yeah.
copying.
She
her
the
mom.
copy.
Yeah.
She copying her mom.
She definitely the copy. So we don't want to be the copy. We want to be the
Be your own person.
yeah.
That's tough though. Only reason I say that's tough though is 'cause I'm looking at like mamas is gonna be mamas, you know what I'm saying? They do the whole little flirt thing on the side sometimes, but it's like it's not really real. Like, it's just on some cute shit, like, you know, I'm older than you, you know this isn't finna happen type thing. So But if it's really fucking with you, I would say bring it up, and you ain't even got to bring it up in a formal way. Just on some next time you have company over or whoever you have over, and your mom starts doing the whole flirting deal you feel as though going on, you just bring it up, be like, "Mom, stop flirting with my XO whatever," or "Stop being all over blah blah blah," as a joking way. And then
Mama, get in the house and stop being a hoe.
Yeah, sit your old ass down so stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Just see how she reacts. And once you see how she reacts, you can kind of move forward from there, because that's gonna tell you everything you want to know. I think.
Yeah, no, that's good, Sko. That's good. You was quick on your feet with that one. You was light on your feet.
You see?
Vanessa over here trying to figure out this next letter, because she's like, what I'm not gonna do is fuck up twice. I don't know. Is Texarkana small, or are you from Texarkana?
Where is it?
I know. I don't. So they're in Texarkana, Arkansas. Texarkana is like a city that kind of lies on the border of Texas and Arkansas.
What the fuck?
You know what I mean? So the name of the city is Texarkana, but like you in both states. But I'm not sure how big the state is really, and I'm not sure if it's
that y'all sharing, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Fucking age group are you going for, shorty?
But one thing that she said in the letter that kind of intrigued me was that her and her mom grew up as like sisters and friends.
Which is weird.
And her and her mom bicker and fight and all that crazy stuff. So I don't know. Either her mom is 30 going on 37 and likes younger men, or she likes older. The daughter likes older men. The daughter said she was what, 23? The daughter's 23. What? Yeah, the pick. I don't know.
I'm still trying to say 23, 37. Where the fuck? That's a big ass age bracket to be fucking with the same man.
But you know what got me though was that they're friends in their minds. They're friends, and I go out. My mama gonna come out with me. You know what I mean? But my mama is the friend that you bring out because guys got that friend whenever we bring a guy around and some cute girls come around, they turn into a comedian. Hey, bro, you remember? Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Shit. Yeah. Ain't even that. So mama's the girl that's gonna twerk in front of her. And she 37, and it's like, mama, calm the fuck down. Like, mama loose out here in these streets.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially for your friend, you out here showing her off to the world.
Your mama been a hoe since 13.
If I seen a mama in the club and she looked good, she was throwing ass.
Your mama had the baby at 14. Your mama been throwing that thing since she was.
Where is mama mentally?
And that's a great question, Sko.
Where's mama mentally?
That's a great. You said that therapy isn't an option. I think it need to be. I think it need to be your first option. That need to be the first step. And not just for mama, maybe just for you. Maybe you need to leave the city. Can you leave the city? I don't know if you got any advice for you. Y'all slept with the same man you think. Get the hell out of that city, man, because y'all they talking about y'all.
Yeah, ooh. Stop it before it starts.
Yeah, they talking about y'all behind y'all back.
Horrified.
If you slept with somebody who
throw up in my mouth.
Your daughter's a little tighter.
See Shorty? Hell yeah, I seen Shorty. I fucked her mama like 2 weeks ago.
Oh hell no.
That shit's so disrespectful.
Yeah, your daughter know how to do it better. What's the next letter, Vanessa? Before I get mad.
Your body's here with me, but your heart's on the other side of town, Orlando, Florida. What's up, delinquents? I listen to this show every week and laugh at these letters. Now I need some help. I think my girlfriend isn't fully committed to our relationship. I'm 32 and she's 31. We've been together for 2 years now, and we've known each other since high school. I can say I wasn't her type back in the day. She was a star on the basketball team, and I dated another girl on the basketball team as well. They dated well past high school and ran out and throughout college. They were never even engaged to be married, but called it off. Excuse me. When I ran into my now girlfriend 2 years ago, it was like a breath of fresh air. She was just as beautiful as I remember her to be. We caught up, exchanged numbers, and moved fairly quickly after that. These past 2 years with her have been amazing, all things considered, but I feel like she's holding back from me. I think she's still in love with her ex-girlfriend/fiance. They are still friends on Facebook. My girl doesn't know I know this, but I see them messaging each other. It's innocent, but it bothers me. Once during sex, I was purring her cat, and she slipped and whispered her ex's names. I didn't react, and I pretended I didn't hear it. Maybe I just don't want to believe that she said it. I love this woman, and I'll do anything for us to work, but I can't if she still has feelings elsewhere. I thought about proposing, but I have to pause. What should I do? Signed, she's here, but her mind isn't.
One thing, Vanessa, the girl was engaged to, the girl was dating the basketball player, her teammate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jesus.
Man, what? Let me get closer. Man,
my
what
whole thing
the fuck?
is, if you see something that bothers, once you're in a relationship, you see something that bothers you or something happens that bothers you, as long as you're being rational, you're being true to yourself, you got to address it.
See something, say something.
Yeah, immediately. Because I feel like we hold back a lot, and then we think we don't want to make a problem, we don't make a big deal, and da da da. And then one problem
We don't
grows
wanna
into
look insecure.
It grows into a bigger problem and a bigger problem, bigger problem. And now you're one of these couples that looks happy in person, but when y'all get with y'all homies or your homegirls, y'all got all these complaints and y'all fighting, y'all making sub tweets and stuff like that. So that's a principle I live by now with my relationship. When it's a problem, I will marinate on it for a second, but I'm gonna say something. So if you see that messaging, it's bothering you, sir, say something. I don't know, but she should. I mean, if she has a business and he is supportive in some way of that business, then maybe I can see some polite, casual conversation. If that is not the case, then I don't really understand, and I would question it. Vasco?
So before I say anything, I want to get a clarification on the story. So he was dating a girl on the basketball team.
No, his fiance was dating one of her teammates. Mm-hmm. That's who she was end up being engaged with.
I thought I heard it right the first time. I was just making sure.
Okay.
They known each other since high school. Mm-hmm. When they were in high school, old girl was dating another old girl.
Right.
Now they've seen each other years later. He and old girl are together, but she's still a little hoot to hoot with other old girl. I like this.
Like what?
I'm just baffled because I'm like, damn, motherfuckers still dealing with shit like this.
You?
No.
Oh.
Like, I'm 21, 31, 32, and it's like, damn, motherfuckers are still dealing with bullshit like this. Cause bro, that's what it sounds like to me. It's straight bullshit.
It's always some shit.
Okay, let's go.
But if it's some shit, then get rid of the shit. If your girlfriend is talking to her ex, bro, let's just end it right there. If you're talking to your ex and you're my girlfriend, why the fuck are you talking to your ex? Whether it's a girl, boy, dog, cat, I don't give a fuck. Why are you still talking to your ex? What? I understand if y'all was cool and shit like that, but then it goes a step further where I'm doing something to you sexually and it's a very intimate moment between me and you and you go and say somebody else's fucking name. Just for that, I probably would have had to hit this motherfucker. No cap.
Thomas,
that's disrespectful as fuck. No, bro, don't do that shit. So honestly, cause you and I know viewers get tired of us saying this shit every week, but you need to have a serious talk with shorty. Cause that should be some shit. As a man, you should just not go for it. And I'm not belittling you at all. I'm giving you fucking advice because you asked. If you were my homeboy and you came to me with this situation, I'll be telling you these same exact words I'm telling you now, like I would in private. You need to handle your shit, my guy. And if she can't get with the program, she got to get off the fucking program. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Goddamn, just like Chad Oubre was telling us, 30, you're still young, cuz. You're still young. You're still young.
Interview.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I'm just saying.
So that's your perspective. Jerry,
Yes.
as a married 27, 28-year-old man, if your spouse was having polite conversation with her ex, it takes it a step further. I hate that detail that they called their name during sex.
That's
absolutely unforgivable.
I would. So before I answer, I'm gonna answer your question before I go respond to this letter. You know who you get in a relationship with when you meet this person. You know their level of friendship, their level of friendliness. So if you ever talk to my wife, she'll be like, "You so fucking friendly, like you friendly," and it's just like, I'm a friendly person.
This
like,
is how I am.
Like I was, hey, how you doing? All right, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
but if you know my wife, you know that she's not.
Yeah.
She's that song Mariah Carey did with Nicki Minaj when I break up out my face. Like if she breaks, she breaks. That's it. That's done. Just what the fuck you talking? You don't need that. That's her. So if she was doing that, I'd be like, what the fuck going on?
Right.
You know what I mean? And granted, I wouldn't do it in return. Like I wouldn't do it myself. But to answer your question, if she was doing it, it'd be a red flag for me. But if I met my wife and she was like, yeah, you know, I'm still cordial, then it'd be like, okay, well, all right. Now it's up to me to make the decision if I want to be with this cordial person.
Right.
You know what I mean? But ma'am, sir, to you in this letter, sorry. I find it quite interesting that you ran back into this young lady after her engagement. She got with you. She wanted to have excuse my phrase, but a change of life. You know, she wanted, I don't know. I talked about it on the show. I dated a girl who then started dating girls and then, you know, talked to us again, had 2 babies since then. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just find it quite interesting. I agree with Skull, man. It's a conversation that you got to have, but I also think that there's some delicacy to it, and it shouldn't be, but society is gonna make it be, because if it was a guy, you probably would have been, hey bro, what the fuck going on? You know what I mean? But because it's a lady.
Don't change that shit.
Y'all have to give us the benefit of the doubt, because this is like maybe not you and maybe not you, but threesomes and, you know, the idea of women being with women is so sexy and provocative and stuff like that. So it's almost like you have to give a pass, because on the other end,
it's just people going. Go ahead.
So y'all create that platform. So now, yes, you have to deal with the back end of it.
I didn't create that platform.
I know you didn't, and Vasco didn't. Neither of y'all do. Whatever.
You know what I mean? But neither
Vasco or Jerry watch threesomes. Want to have a threesome? Don't want they booty aid. Don't get that booty. You know, they're all very conservative. What? I don't know, because y'all don't tell us too much on the show. Y'all give us just enough.
So you know we don't get our ass. That you eat.
I don't know.
Eating ass?
You want to talk about it?
You eating ass?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Allegedly do.
Back the fuck up from that microphone. Back up from that microphone and write her name on that cup.
It's mine. The I was crooked.
They've been together for 2 years.
Yeah, he's thinking about proposing, man.
When did this happen? When did she purr this person's name? I need a little more info.
Early on, 1 year
Within
recently.
2 years is pretty. I mean, shit. If it was in the first, never mind.
But yeah, sir. Back to what I was saying before they talked about ass licking. What you probably should do is have a conversation, like Scope said. I think that, you know, if she's fresh out of long relationship, engagement, high school sweetheart kind of relationship, I wouldn't even got in a relationship with her, you know, because she wasn't ready. She really wasn't. I would have, you know, you're supposed to slow down, take your time, and do it right. Your body's here with me, but your heart is on the other side of town.
Yeah, that is fucking infuriating.
You're playing me around. Yeah, sir. Figure that shit out. I don't. If y'all live together, I don't think that the relationship is going to go on and forego if it's the conversation that it's going. They digging a hole to get back to where they was at. Trying to find my way back to you.
Honestly, bro. Yeah. When you have this talk,
go ahead.
When you have this talk, don't even bring it up like you got beef with the fucking ex, or you got beef with the fuck she got going on. Yeah, because you really don't. What you need to ask her is, does she love you for real? If she want to be in that relationship.
What you need to ask yourself, just starting the pot here, is what are you not offering that the ex did? What could you do better? I don't know. Maybe
that ain't got shit to do with it though. It could just be that the girl that he's with
could not
ain't shit, and she's with him as the rebound.
Absolutely.
But you know, he's just a rebound, sir. And I didn't want to say that.
It took you 2 years to get out.
That's so fucked up.
Who's to say what else she's been doing in them 2 years? He's just a rebound.
I'm not gonna make my dog. You know what I'm saying? Paint her any kind of way.
I'm not paying her any kind of way. I'm saying, like, you were the rebound guy.
Okay. Well,
get off the backboard. Go get your points on the other end.
Are you nice? Get a new boo. Are you a nice guy?
He is, for sure.
Are you a nice guy?
The way he wrote this letter, I would think.
If he didn't say anything in the midst.
Yeah, you a nice guy.
You're definitely a nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guys do finish first, though.
But
It
sometimes you
takes
gotta
a
finish
couple
last.
ladies to get there, but you'll finish first.
Nice guys do finish first.
Yes. I went through a couple like FNs and bad boys.
Fuck niggas.
The last.
And then I found a nice guy.
You out here.
So let her go and then
Hush.
when she ready for you, you should come back.
Stop. We gonna cut all that because what you ain't gonna do is put my dog information out here on these streets like that. Hey, Scott, what's going on in Florida this week, man? We gotta go there. Hope we help.
Let me tell y'all something. It's a great Friday.
It is.
It's a great Friday.
Yes,
I hope
sir.
y'all enjoying y'all Fridays, and it's blessings on blessings every Friday. But this one right here, this is a blessing that I wasn't expecting to read, but I know this person is sure happy that it happened. I was finna say it, but I know we got to do the title slide first. So before we get into What the Florida, go ahead and roll the intro.
I don't care what part of Florida it is. The craziest people in all of America are in the Bronx in Florida.
It's distilled. It's just like, it's pure. It's 100% pure. Uncut Florida fuckery.
Yo, so tell me that this is not a blessing in itself right here. Florida inmate mistakenly released from jail on his birthday.
Say what?
That's beautiful. Good for him.
Right? Authorities are searching for a 52-year-old male inmate who was mistakenly released from jail in Miami. Eduardo Cabana was freed in error, quote unquote, on Monday, which was also his birthday. The Miami-Dade Correction and Rehabilitation Department said jail officials say they don't know how the error occurred. Cabana was in jail on multiple charges, including obstruction by disguised person. Oh, they never finna find this nigga. Shooting or throwing a deadly missile. What? And criminal mischief. He was also being held without bond on a probation warrant, record shows. State criminal records show Cabana has previously faced charges including robbery with a firearm, burglary, I couldn't get it out, and purchasing or selling cocaine. Yo, this man is a fucking menace to society, and he is back out on the streets, and nobody's about to find him.
Hey, I just want to point out you did a hell of a job reading that letter. Y'all must have switched places this week. Cause what the fuck?
Think so?
First of all, even when you picked it up, you had a stumbler too. But I wasn't gonna call that out.
Burglary.
They get that, so they must should they lock his ass back up even though it was their mistake, or should he just be able to just roam free?
I mean, ooh, that's a tough one.
So,
Because sometimes it's just a blessed. Thank you, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. But you can't keep nobody like this on the fucking street. They said, hold on. They said this nigga was
Disguises?
throwing a deadly missile by hand.
That's
that
just
could have been he could have been a
little-
man in a mask holding a firework
With
or
a-
throwing a poppet.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
With a cup of gas that he is taking to his car.
Yeah.
You know, that
So
could be anything.
honestly,
So how do we the selling cocaine?
but
part?
he's also
Well-
man, that's a little.
Everybody has a little fun. It's just drugs.
You like the
nigga.
party? I like the
I
party.
mean,
You
he's
like the party?
52. He's 52. It says previously, so that could have been when he was 21 years old, or even 30 years old would have been 20 years ago.
You want to party?
You want to party? You want to party?
I just say
So
stuff like this. Is it worth throwing someone's whole life away?
Let
I
that
don't know,
man
but
out.
if you had 52 though, so 52-year-old, whose house do they go to? Whose house do they have to go to when they get out? Whose job do they have to go to when they get
Yeah.
out, and things like that.
That's the
So
point.
as much as I want to say, yeah, just let them out, I also had to step back and think, okay, well,
Where they gonna go? They gonna be back in the street doing the
realistically,
same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Because if he's been a criminal like for that, a serial criminal, from a criminology major for 2 semesters.
flex.
period. That's
What-
ethos.
What we realize, I don't even know who Ethan is. What we realize, what we understand is that a serial criminal, even when you let them out and they try to go do right and they can't find a job, they can't find right, they resort back to criminal activity. So unfortunately, criminal without proper rehabilitation, he'll repeat the same thing. And when he was just let out on his birthday, he gonna do something else again. They gonna find his ass.
Think so? I just find that's one hell of a birthday gift.
Yeah. It is one hell of a birthday gift, and like When I get a kid, so say I accidentally gave them 100, but they really deserved a 0. On my
Why the
mind, I'm
hell
like,
you did
fuck,
that?
I can't
curve
go
was
back
this?
and I can't take all that credit back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I
what
done gave it
you
to
meet them halfway, I give you 50.
No. Because if you made a 0 this time, I know the next time you turn the time, it's probably gonna be some bug. So I could just wait for you to, not that it was what I'm waiting for, because I love my kids, I support my kids, and all of that good stuff. But
Make sure you put that down.
I got to.
They gonna fuck up again.
Jerry said that, not me.
I
And
did.
he works for the
I work for the system. Girl.
system.
I don't work for the
He
school.
worked for the same system I work with. I think.
People fuck up. If you fuck up once, you'll probably fuck up again until you learn from it. What was your question, Scope?
But yeah, that's what I was going to get into. I was saying that's one hell of a birthday gift. And with that being said, what's been the best birthday gift y'all have ever had, or best, birthday surprise, anything along that nature?
Ugh. I hate to be so corny and old, but my best birthday was probably this past one when I didn't plan anything. I just let stuff happen. I planned a birthday dinner, and it was like, if you came, you came. You know, every year prior to this.
Did your friends ask you to pay for them?
Hell no.
Okay, yeah.
But I did have some friends that was like, oh shit, I didn't know it was gonna be this expensive. Because we went to downtown Calford Chop House.
That could be expensive.
So it was, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really look at the menu before I went. I invited people, and I was like, hey, come on.
Show up here.
So that was probably my best birthday because there was no expectations with it. And I wish I would have figured this out a long time ago, because ever since like my 16, you feel like at 16 you're supposed to have a big birthday, and then at 18 you're supposed to have a big birthday, and then 21, and it's every
25,
year
30,
25
40.
for sure is a big one. And then unless you got money for real or a big backing behind you, you get disappointed every fucking year. So this year I was just like, I'm not gonna be disappointed. Whoever come, and everybody came. The 1 year I didn't set no expectations, everybody came. We had a good time. So that was probably my best birthday. My best gift was one time I did get a Versace spread. Versace? It was from the same person who got me the ring that we learned about.
Yeah, so it was fake as fuck.
It could have been.
It wasn't a Versace. It was a Venetian.
That watch, I fucking love that watch. It never turned. Like, I love the watch and the perfume. If I could get those two back.
That was a
Versace.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can tell you, 2012, I think I turned 19.
Shit, I was gonna say that's a long time
I was
ago.
turning 19. Now, it wasn't the best gift, but it was the best lesson, because every year for my birthday, I'm the youngest of 7. I always feel like, by the time I get to me, it's like, all right, nigga, shit.
What now?
Old ass draws.
We got you some cake. Here you go. Because I remember one year, my mom. It's funny, but I was pissed the fuck off. I was like turning like 7 or something, 7 or 8. And my mom was like working at this nursing home. Like she was a cook at a nursing home. So she brought like 2 carrot cakes home. I don't even eat carrot cake. But so like she brought them home because like she'll always bring food home for like the nursing home, like extra, like okay, whatever. So like I was sitting there and I was just like, sagging, like motherfucker, ain't nobody blow no candles in this way. And my auntie Tawana was saying with us at the time, so she was like, come on, Jay, let's go to Walmart. We gonna go buy a cake.
Right.
And we didn't go buy a cake. She brought me like cake mix and like the icing and stuff. Like, all right, you gonna make a cake. So I was in there making my own birthday cake, and my mama came in. She's like, well, why are you making the cake? I brought 2 carrot cakes, and I was like, nigga, nobody eat that goddamn carrot cake.
Bro,
but now that you're older, you probably think about.
I can't hold tight nobody.
We laughing at this man's trauma. This nigga didn't have a fucking birthday
about that.
That is though. You don't know carrot cake till you about 15 at least.
She brought 2 of them too with the little carrot in the middle.
She was excited.
Yeah, when I was younger, I did not like it.
She wasn't excited about the 2 carrot cakes. She was like, I brought 2 carrot cakes home for his birthday cake.
But she had to ask Miss Gladys and Miss whoever that work at the cafeteria. Hey,
no, she made them. She made them. She worked there. No, not like made them with like I made these for myself.
So she ain't make them with love.
She does everything with love, but she had extras. There was extras.
Okay,
but I'm saying like birthdays for me always were like I never like really put too much big emphasis on birthdays, and I used to always say, man, birthday ain't nothing,
that special.
Until 2012, I was like I don't ever do nothing for my birthday. Even my 16th birthday, I was like I don't do nothing. I wouldn't do nothing. I don't do nothing for my birthday. 2012, nigga went to jail for his birthday.
Now you had a good one.
So since 2012, I'll be like, yeah, birthdays are amazing. Even if I don't do nothing, I'm just thank you, Jesus.
He nudging us right now. We better get it ready. September what?
21st. Y'all
All right.
don't do shit.
No.
No, don't.
And
do
we're not
shit.
even asking you or telling you nothing.
All right, whatever. Don't do shit because I'm
You
looking
gonna
like,
be in there with your hands in your pocket like
Turned
you
up.
was at the event.
like I was where?
At the event.
Don't make fun of me.
No, it was nice. I went to an event.
Y'all was making fun of me?
With Jerry and his wife. Me and Veronica had a great time.
Grand time.
We was dancing and stuff, and Jerry was in the back
With my hands in my
vibing.
pockets.
He was talking to strangers and stuff. It was cute. He
Congrats.
doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It was nice. So we'll do something intimate. And I don't even know if we count
Be
for
something
intimate
small. It gotta
after
be
the
no
Christmas
crazy party.
But by then, be like, I'm just kidding.
I had a party not too long ago. We had a party at Bahama Breeze.
Y'all had a party? Y'all had another party? They didn't tell us about shit.
No. It was-
You get to go to the
This
cigar
is like-
lounge. I just like,
No,
fuck,
this
I
is-
get to
this
come
is-
here on Fridays.
This was like three. This was like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I was having a party at Bahama Breeze.
We're not going to go
I
there?
invited like 17 people.
Oh, hell no.
How many showed up?
3.
And they told me that they were going to come.
So
Fuck no.
I don't-
what?
I wouldn't do that.
We're on the way.
I don't get really excited for like not that I don't get. I be
See,
happy to
that's what
see
I'm
another
saying.
year. I don't.
You wouldn't even know about it. You're just gonna be the 5 of us at the
What?
cigar lounge.
No, I said that. I wanted the
He
cruise.
did say that pre-show. He
For my
said-
25th birthday.
That sounds like a nice ass gift.
My wife took me on the cruise. I'm only 25, but I'm Motown 25. But I don't. Not that I don't get excited for birthdays, but like in the morning. Oh, thank you for another year. I done made it
I feel
around.
that.
Okay, let's.
But I really wish everybody would.
No, I don't.
That's how
think
Virgos are. We don't want to show it. It's okay. That's why I'm
okay.
here.
Shut the hell
I'm supporting
up.
you.
No, you ain't finna make me cry on this podcast. What I wanted to say was,
For me,
Vasco, we wasn't gonna ask you in the interest of time. But
You
go
haven't even
ahead.
have a good gift yet, for real.
all right, next topic.
No, go ahead.
It's gonna be quick. My whatchamacallit, my best birthday, no bullshit. Easily 21st birthday. This recent birthday. That
When
shit.
y'all had the
Oh, then when you pulled out to the club
that shit was,
and shit like
that shit was lit.
that.
But the best
Yeah.
my favorite birthday gift, best birthday surprise, you can kind of put them in the same thing.
Where the money resides.
I believe it was my 16, 17 birthday. It was one of them. And when I was just like you, I ain't really give a fuck about birthdays like at all. I ain't want the spotlight to be on me. So I was just like, it is what it is. For my birthday, I was out shoveling dirt in our driveway for my dad because we had to like do some shit with the yard. And my mom pulled up and I damn near thought she forgot my birthday because she ain't say nothing. I was like, damn, now I'm sad. My brother, my dad, y'all don't really care. My mom, that hurt. But what was crazy was they was like, for some reason, my mom got off work early and she was like, we're finna go to a movie for your birthday. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all remember?
Yeah, you remember. Let's go watch this fucking movie. So I'm happy because they just remembered. We get to the movie theater, bro, and shout out to Deaja. Deaja's my cousin. It was her and like 6 of my best friends like in the movie theater just waiting for me to come in. And they was like, surprise!
Skull on the bus.
And I will never forget that. On game, bro. They was like, Skull in the bit. What's up, bro? I was like, oh shit, what?
We not finna shut up during the whole movie and piss all old people off.
We was in that bit lit the whole time.
Taking
but-
fucking pictures and shit.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that was nice.
I gotta say this one thing because I don't want y'all to think like I never did shit for my birthday. Like, so I gotta say this one thing. I was probably like 10. So my best birthday memory, and it's gonna sound simple to a lot of people. Like, Jerry, really?
It's yours though.
But it's mine.
you
So family of 7 kids, mama and daddy. We knew the routine was, mama pull up with the car full of groceries, all the kids go out and get the stuff. Like the older siblings will move a little slow, but the youngest will, me, my sister Peggy, Jody, we knew to go out there and get the stuff. So like routine, every time they come home with groceries, hey, I go to the car and get the stuff. Even to this day, my wife still does it to me and it triggers me like, hey, I got groceries in the car. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go get them. Okay. So they pull up, hey, we got stuff in the car. And I was walking to put my shoes on. So they said, Jerry, don't you go get the stuff this time.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, what not? What's going on? They're like, we ain't gonna tell you, but don't. So I had gifts in the car. So I was like, and I had a big ass red. It was about this big. It was a red remote control car. Where it didn't have the cord, so you can go free range.
Oh, wireless.
It went.
Oh, you were cool.
If
It
you
went really
will.
fast. Clear windows, brown interior, had a sunroof on it.
Clear windows.
And I rode it to the remote didn't work anymore. And I didn't like big cars. I was not a Hot Wheels guy, but I was like the medium sized car guy with the doors open.
Right.
I was that kind of car guy because I played with cars till like I was about 12. No judgment.
Late bloomer.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean,
I knew motherfuckers who still playing with wrestling man.
I would take cars from my room, like, God, and I'm weird. I'm telling y'all how weird I am. I'm sorry, y'all.
No,
That's
come
supposed.
on.
Come on.
I would take cars from like laying on the floor, like 7, 8, like on the floor, like have like 4 cars lined up, and like. Because in my mind, I always like going on trips and like the psyche behind. Are we finna go to the gas station and gas up?
Get ready type shit.
Now y'all make sure y'all ride behind me. My daddy gonna lead and y'all in that car. Like what kind of music they playing in that car? What they gonna do in that car? So in my mind, I would take that whole journey on like from my room to my mama's room was the destination, or my mama and daddy room. But like we'll stop in the living room. That's where we get gas at.
Okay.
And then I'll stop in the kitchen. That's where we go get something to eat at. You know what I mean? So like it was for me. It was like the journey, like packing, and like I played the whole scene in my head. That might be
dumbass.
fuck you over there, dude. We over here trying to play mad. This nigga over here talking about we finna go gas up. But I never said it out loud. I always said it in my head. That could be where some of my creative shit come from. But that was a good birthday. I just remember that red remote control car that I then turned into a car where when the song Air Force Ones came out, my brother JR had his first pair of Air Force Ones, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, you got to treat your shoes like you ride. You got to keep that bitch clean." And I used to keep that red car clean. So
Look at you.
I love it.
Look at you.
So I didn't want to just sound like I
A little backstory with you.
No, I be trying to make my kids' birthdays, even if I get just one bag of Takis or like a McFlurry from McDonald's or something.
That
like
bitch gonna be melted.
I don't know. Maybe they got carrot cake waiting at home. So I'm like, let me get my babies a little something. So I be trying. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now on the Dignified Delinquents podcast, this dude is one of the hardest working men in the entertainment business. He's a multi-hat wearing serial entrepreneur Negro. He's an entrepreneur. That's what I'm calling him. Who was behind one of the quickest growing media brands, 85 South Media. Y'all make some noise for Chad Oubre in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, boss man?
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and listen, I know I watch you, in doing research, and I know that being in front of the camera ain't necessarily your forte. You're a behind the scenes kind of guy. You like, doing the work. So I appreciate you for taking the time out just to talk with us for the day, and join us on the Dignified Delinquents podcast.
Hey, I'm always talk to black people.
There you go, brother. There you go. How you doing though, man? Happy New Year. We pulling into February, but Happy New Year. How's 2021 treating you?
Hey, bro, it's just one day at a time, man. We trying to figure it out.
Absolutely. Now 2020 was crazy for a lot of us. I mean, shit, everybody. But y'all seemed to maneuver pretty well. Y'all were able to pivot. What was behind that? Was that something like y'all, I don't want to say prepared for, but what was that quickness or that savviness that y'all had to be able to pivot that big production that y'all do called the 85 South Show and still continue to move and work during while a lot of people were just, sitting stagnant and income wasn't coming?
I wouldn't call it pivoting per se. I just think it was just another line of business that we just tapped into and invested into and just got more focused on. That's all.
Absolutely. I heard you refer to what y'all do as the Walt Disney model, where y'all create a product and create multiple streams of product off that one product. So Disney had a ride, but then merch, and then so forth. Have you always been this business savvy? Is this something that you grew up doing, or is this just something that you just a natural hustler?
I wouldn't consider myself business savvy per se. I mean,
you savvy.
I'm doing it for you. I wouldn't consider myself business savvy per se, man. It's more just business isn't that deep, man. It just doesn't make sense or does it not make sense. And when you're in the business of media and creativity, you have what's called intellectual property, and that's that can be a television show, that could be a live show, that can be a podcast, and that podcast has intangible value, and you can turn that value into product, you can turn it into services, you can turn it into 2 or 3 different things, and that's what we watch Walt Disney do. So Master P did the same thing. It's the same thing that artists do when they create an album that inspires people. That inspiration can turn into tours, it can turn into ticket sales, it can turn into merchandise.
Absolutely. I guess T.I. did it with the Track Museum, so that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
Can I ask you talked about that intellectual property. Are there any books that have kind of helped you make the moves that you've made in the business world?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that there's a couple books. There's a book that I recommend to anybody when you really want to think about how life works, especially if you're a minority creative or Black creative. It's called The Color of Money, and it talks about the history of us as when we came over here as enslaved people and how many times we've created for ourselves. You know, how generational wealth transfers have happened and all those sort of things. So I'm more in the history than I am in the business books. But I will say, what's the book y'all told me to read about scaling?
Oh, From Good to Great.
From Good to Great. That was a really good business book. Jim Collin. I just read that book because we're in a position to scale right now. That's why I'm still at the office. But yeah, I'm not huge on business books as much as I'm more on history because I'm a believer that history repeats itself.
So you're a history buff. Would you consider yourself a history buff?
I don't remember. I think calling yourself a buff holds you to a level of responsibility that I'm not sure I'm ready to take on.
Okay, for sure.
I believe in history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that your strong suit when you were in school?
It's funny, man. In school, I just read a lot. I was, the way I was raised was my mom was huge on like, we ain't raising no dumb people. So I read everything from the Chronicles of Narnia to the Bible to the Quran. Ooh. I was reading Dave Ramsey books growing up. Like if it was something to read, I read it.
Whoa. I wish that was me. I'm in the senior year of college right now, getting ready to graduate. I'm at Jacksonville University right now. Would you look at that small world?
I went to JU.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for those who don't know who are watching right now and couldn't just hear chat, he graduated from Jacksonville University as well. However, with that being said, I honestly, man, could you just give me a key, bestow some wisdom upon me, since I am heading into the real world, quote unquote, and it's about to hit like a ton of bricks? Anything you could tell a 21-year-old who's aspiring to kind of be in your shoes, if you want to keep it a band?
Man, that's a very general question. So I'm not like a genius, but I'll just tell you, building brick by brick is the real thing, and you have to do the work.
For sure.
A lot of, the internet has made a way. Social media has made a way, and I don't want to sound old by any stretch. The internet is a tool. It's a tool, but I think a lot of us think that that's the finish line. I believe in, doing the work allows you to create the arsenal that you need to do what you need to do in the world. So I would just say to build, man. And I tell a lot of young people, I sound old when I say that, but I didn't really think about money when I was young. I know things that you see on television and online can lead you to believe that it's about money, but when you build for yourself, you can create all the money you want to create, but you got to have the ability to build.
Absolutely.
Say less. I appreciate that.
Now, I want to ask you, just because I wouldn't call myself a buff either, but I'm one of the guys, one of the people I like to do a lot of research just on things and stuff, and I found it interesting that in the position that you're in now, you're working around a lot of funny people, a lot of hardworking people, from Joey in the background, and you got Kat. But even when you first got started working with Steve, you were working with, that was through Rashawn McDonald, who was also a stand-up comedian in the 90s, and Steve's business partner. And I didn't know that you and Carlos were like friends since when you were in high school. I thought that was a relationship that came through Steve and so forth. Have you always gravitated to funny people, or is it easier working with people who can make you laugh what is that?
That's a good question. That's not really something I've thought about. I mean, I just think Black people are just naturally funny.
Yeah.
We got a cousin. I mean, that goes back to being enslaved, not to be too deep. I mean, I just think that's how we're taught to deal with our traumas. We just laugh it off, or, make jokes about it, or try to be as lighthearted as possible. So Los was, somebody I've known since 18. Clayton, somebody I've known since 18. I've known Fly before the blow up. He just happened to be my partners, and we all just played our part. The way Hollywood works is, man, it's a strange thing for me just because I guess we're considered outsiders, but the way Hollywood works is there's somebody that's a button pusher or a puppeteer with this person with this person, and they formulate this thing, but it's not real because these people don't know each other, like real versions of each other. So, you know, what I tell people is like them 2 hours you see on camera or output, like these are guys that I've known for years. These are really my friends. We just happen to make money with each other. We happen to be in business together, you know, so that's what makes it really easy.
That's crazy. Can I go back to, you know, you're really big on history. I could just tell that from this interview if I hadn't done my research, but I did. And somewhere on your Twitter, you said that social justice merch is wild. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Man. Yeah, I mean.
And what is social justice merch?
It's like so I remember, I don't have a Facebook, or I haven't been on Facebook in years, but we have people in different departments that run digital, you know, ads and all those sort of things. It was one random day they were showing me some ads, and this was during the Colin Kaepernick protest. And there were people that were promoting Colin Kaepernick t-shirts, and they were using his likeness and his image, you know, with fists or knees, kneeling down or whatever the case is. But most people are emotional thinkers. So they get emotion, they see something, they get hyped, and they click to buy, not knowing where this dollar is going to, or they don't know what they're funding, or they don't know who is the person that's created this ad. The digital world has created such a they call it fast fashion, where you can mock up a t-shirt, print up a t-shirt, put it online and sell it and make your margins. And people are making a bunch of money off of our trauma, you know, and it's no different than, you know, I tell people all the time, who cuts a check? And that'll tell you everything you need to know.
Absolutely.
Are there shirts that you would deem appropriate? Because I'm asking these questions because I guess I sell that social justice merch. I have a company called Statement Threads, and I do vinyl printing and customs and stuff like that. And whenever the George Floyd murder happened, a lot of people actually reached out to me and were sending me pictures of their posters and things like that at protests and asking me if, hey, can you make a shirt like this for me? So is there anything that is, you know, acceptable under that umbrella, or are you just like...
Yeah, I mean, everything is, you know, piece by piece or situation for situation. But, you know, it's not hard to tell who are people that are responding to where, you know, they believe the capitalistic opportunity is going, and there's people that are really standing for something. You know, it means something. You know, some people look at fashion as statement pieces. So I'm not mad at anybody that does it. It's just, it's created this ecosystem of people fully taking advantage of people that, you know, are being, you know, that are being murdered injustice.
That's true.
Yeah.
I thought about making some Trump shirts.
Honestly.
Chill. I don't want you to feel any way in your conviction. It's that
not at all.
It's what you stand for. Whatever inside of you is going to eventually come out of you.
Facts.
And there's nothing to worry about.
You know, I was talking to I'm going to say these names, and people listening won't know who they are, but you will know. I was talking to Jarvis. I was talking to my brother Al, and I asked him. I said,
"I love him, boy." Al, the only reason I'm doing this.
Hey, I believe it, and he told me that too. He was like, "Hey, nigga, you know, don't you fuck it up." But I asked him. I said, "Give me a word that describes Chad," and they was like integrity. They said integrity. They said, you know, he stands on that, and he believes that. And one of the things that you got to quote, you're quotable now. I know that you don't like the social, you don't like to be in the front, but nigga, you quotable now.
That's what it definitely is.
You are quotable.
I tell people, bro, and I'm not joking when I say this, right? Like my fiance just bought me another notebook. I've been writing stuff since 2015. I'm trying to find all my old notebooks, because you'll see like everything that we're doing, I've been writing it down and sketching it out. It got to a point where I just I lose everything but my wallet. My girl will tell you that. Anybody I've dated prior to, anybody that's close to me will tell you that. And it's not that I'm like not a responsible person, dog. I'm just, my brain's on a million different things.
Yeah.
There was a year where I couldn't find any of my notebooks, and you know, my girl had moved in, so stuff had got, I'm sure she moved them around, whatever. So Twitter became my notebook. you know? So it's like a checkbook. It's like a checkpoint. It's still weird that people follow me. It's still weird that people retweet me. And I don't think that anything that I'm saying is like super valuable because it means something to me. It doesn't mean it means something to you.
For sure.
I don't want to give myself that much credit because I think that's not real. But you know, when you're saying that's quotable, like I appreciate that, but Twitter's just a checkpoint for me, dog. Like sometimes I'll go back and be like, oh man, what was I thinking in 2014? You know, like it's a timeline for me. Like it's really for me. It's selfish. Twitter is selfishly for me.
I feel that.
Yeah.
One of the things you said though that I'm gonna quote you on, and I'm gonna pivot to this. You said that independence forces people to do good business by you.
Yeah, 100%.
And y'all are on the entire independent route. And the reason why that's important to me is because I just signed with an agency and a manager, and I done hit points where like early on where I'm like, okay, I got to pull these motherfuckers to the side and have a conversation. Like, hey, listen, don't fuck up relationships over trying to get a quick dollar.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy how everything worked. I saw you say that, and then a business deal went a little left. I had to get it back on the road. But why is independence important? And why are y'all so steadfast and so determined and so hard on staying on that route?
Well, independence is like a new sexy word. Just like culture was a sexy word at one time, and disruption was a sexy word.
King and queen, huh? Like king and queen was, that's what they say now.
Right. So when I think people think of independence, I believe that most people are linear thinking people. So it's a very A to B flatline thing. But I think that the smartest people in the world, people that I've grown to respect, understand, context and history and background that can help you kind of really shape and form some ideas. So when I'm saying independence, if you look at like America the very foundation of America is capitalism. So the language that America speaks is capitalism. And then you learn, the different rules and the regulations and, good practices or business practice, whatever the case is. But a lot of the people, at least in the path that we're taking, when you watch people that came before you, you don't watch people make mistakes for you to make the same mistake. And it doesn't make sense to me. But, a lot of people in entertainment are taught that you need these things. You need a lawyer, you need accountant, you need manager, you need PR, you need whatever. My thought process is, if I'm educated in that space, why do I need it? And it's not to say that you're wrong or you're right for telling me I need it, but tell me why I need it. What independence allows you to do is, if your business, most people get into business, if we're talking about the record label, if we're talking about people looking for investors, when you get into a partnership with somebody, in a perfect world, it's an even give and take. But in the world that we live in, we're taught that the person that's investing into you also is allowed to own you, and is also allowed to manipulate you, and is also allowed to skim off the top. That's not good business, but we've been taught that that's good business, if that makes sense.
For sure.
Good shit.
So my thought process is independence is just protection. If I'm not in business with you, I don't have to worry about if you're doing funny by me. So how do I protect myself from being in business with you? We're going to hire an accountant internally. We're going to hire a lawyer internally, and I'm going to be educated, or somebody on the team is going to be educated in these spaces and places. If I need to hire a director, I've directed before. I've edited before.
Right.
I've done social media before. I've done digital before. I've done merchandise. I've done all these things. I've produced live shows. So at the very least, you may be better at the job, but you can't finesse me on the job.
For sure.
Get right.
For sure. Yeah. Because we had someone on the show, and she's a great businesswoman. And one of the things that she talked about was outsourcing. We talking about Jade. She's like, if you're not good at something, don't waste your time, money, your efforts trying to do it. Outsource it. And what you're saying is, flip that on its head. Learn how to do it yourself. Learn.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think those are bad business practices. I think that there's no right or wrong to business. There's just good practices. So if that's somebody's business model, I respect that business model. I'm not mad at it. If you're black, I support you. It's not that deep to me. However you do it. What I'm saying is the business that I'm trying to create is not something I'm trying to sell. Not a get rich quick scheme for me. My last name means the world to me. So do my business partners. I'm building something that is, I look at business like real estate. And real estate allows you to build community, and community allows you to have protection. Community allows you to have ecosystem. If I'm farming out community, I'm gentrifying my community. So let me find something internally that can replace what you say that I need. Because people aren't wrong by saying you need these things. I can do it internally though. And I'm in education, people can take a lot of things from you. They can't take education. They got to kill you.
Yeah.
So if I'm educated, at least if I'm hiring you, I can keep my eyes on you. I can have some checkpoints.
That's a spade. That's a whole spade.
My man dropping straight keys.
Now before we let you go, Chad, I got a couple more questions for you.
I got time. I didn't know I was late. I thought it started at 9, so I'm gonna give you all the time y'all need. I don't take being late for people properly. I got my dates, my time and my dates.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all.
Got about 20 more minutes, so we good.
Well, since you're staying, I see and hear you talk a lot about gatekeeping the Black community and stuff and giving back. How does the 85 South show in Chad Oubre, how do you guys give back and reach back to the Black community?
You know, we don't talk about this a lot because I'm not, you know, there's a balance on like, look at what we did versus just doing it for the sake of doing it. And I haven't found that balance yet. But just this winter, this Christmas, we partnered with 2 Chainz and his foundation and the, what's the G League team for the Hawks? The Skyhawks in College Park. And we gave away $30,000. This was our money. We didn't ask for anybody for it. We had $100 gift cards for as many people as we could afford. We gave away merchandise. We partnered with God is Dope. We partnered with Baron Davis's.
That's amazing.
Black Santa Claus initiative. We partnered with Support Black Colleges. We made sure we intentionally got with a lot of Black businesses that had merchandise and anybody that wanted to donate, not just Black businesses. My man out here, Andrew Kleinstein, he's got a company called Holy Ghost Apparel. And so we gave away $100 gift cards up to $30,000. We gave away clothing for every single person that came there. And then I partnered with my man, Markel Amos and his wife at Cafe Bourbon Street, a smoothie truck. I can't remember my man's name. Forgive me for that. And there was another, that came out there. My man, I forgot the haircut spot, the layer, Musa layer. Marcus came out there. We had free haircuts and we had free COVID testing. That community.
Wow. That's dope.
Testing.
Wow, that's dope. Can we give him a bomb?
I was just gonna say, I know he don't like the credit, but we gotta give him up.
We don't
for that.
really like to talk about it.
Chad,
but since you fucking asked,
Chad, we got special effects in here and shit. We got a whole soundboard, so we gotta use it.
That's what's up.
So
no, man, giving back is, that's, if you're not here to give, like, what are you here for?
Absolutely.
The power is not in taking, the power is in giving. The boss is the person that gives. It's the person that feeds.
Right.
The person that can bleed the longest. That's the big dog. But a lot of us are conditioned to take, and we're conditioned to take care of us first. But when you isolate yourself, there's no protection in isolation. All the protection is in community.
There's no protection in isolation. Damn.
You gotta think about, like, if you and your girl are arguing, the more days y'all go without talking, the worse it becomes, because mentally you're allowed to mess with your own head. Now you on Instagram trying to figure out who they're talking to, and now you texting their friends trying to figure out where they at. Isolation isn't good for anybody.
Yeah.
There's no community in isolation.
That's dope.
This man is so smart.
It's a whole spade. Now I want to get to the comedy, get to the 85 South show. I'm a stand up. I'm an entertainer. I love, just the whole realm of entertainment. One of the things that I find intriguing is that y'all super serve y'all niche. Like y'all found out who y'all niche is, and y'all super serve that niche. And how did that come about? Because I remember watching the show just when you and Carlos will, go to LA and be at the J Spot and just filming that, and then Clayton English and Carlos and I watched y'all coming from on stages at the comedy club of Jacksonville to coming back to doing the back room in the Times Union to doing the Times Union to doing the Veterans Arena. So and it takes time. I think people think that it happens overnight. How long did it take y'all to get to where y'all are? And this ain't even where y'all trying to be. Y'all are trying to go from here.
I'd say me and Los try to start, and not just me and Los, Joe, Cat, all of us. I'd say we try to start figuring. I was still working for Steve, so I'd say 6-7 years, but you gotta, I don't know if I believe in luck. I mean, I believe in luck more than I don't, because nobody can control when they're born or who their parents are, the system or the city they were born into. But, prior to us meeting Los, prior to us coming together with Los for the business, I was honing my own skills. I don't brag about a lot of stuff because I'm not really comfortable in it, but I've worked at multi-million-dollar marketing agencies before. And I went from, the store runner and the coffee boy and the trash man to managing $1 million budgets. I'm 25 years old doing these things, 24 years old doing these things. I've ran accounts. I've ran conference calls. I've done the corporate version of that. And then working for Steve, who's a multi-million-dollar entrepreneur and comedian and producer, again, you start off at the bottom and you work your way to a position where you have some ownership of your position and your role and your responsibility. So I was honing my skill set, just like Joe was honing his skill set as a director. Joe was winning he was doing award-winning documentaries at JU when we were together.
Yeah.
This is nothing new for us. That's why it's not like people think like I have this like kind of offsetting personality, but I'm like, what y'all don't know is in my head, I know where I want to be. So this isn't really exciting. Mm-hmm. This is just going through the process of where I know I'm supposed to be, where we're supposed to be, not just me selfishly. So, even with Los, man, like I worked with this dude in the middle of the mall. I don't even know if they sell cell phones in the middle of the mall anymore. I haven't been to
No, man.
Maybe cases.
They still sell the fake chains. That's about it.
Yeah. So me and Los at the time, I'm sure they still got kiosks. So me and Los were in the kiosk, and Clayton as well. And he's honing his skill set. So when it's time to turn the lights on, and this is me at 18, so Los is probably 22, 23, and he's honing his skill set. This is not, all the guys that I'm connected to have been doing this for a long time. Yeah. People are now, aware of it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Y'all boys been great.
So that goes back to, it goes back to what I'm saying, put in the work. And your brother, I'll tell you, ask out, man. Like I decided one day I wanted to throw parties. That was from we did house parties for free. Everybody would show up to our house parties. It was always a good time. I was respectful to everybody. Black, white, green, male, female. Come on through. Have some fun.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Chad. I just got excited when you start talking about this because this is kind of down the path that I wanted to go down, but I wasn't too sure about it. So can you tell me just some of the experiences that you had to deal with, or anything you can think of about what was your the company back in college, 5-star Entertainment. How was it building that and then transferring from 5-Star Entertainment into the journey into continuing to be in Chad Oubre and then 85 South Shore?
Well, 5-Star, I started 5-Star Entertainment simply it was two things. We had thrown house parties, and I was thinking, well, man, I wasn't as good as your brother was in college ball. I wasn't good as jogging, and I was hurt all the time. Like they'll tell you, like I was, like my first years were decent years. Like I was a decent ball player,
right?
But I couldn't stay. I was injured every 2 weeks, and I'm telling you, like ankles, wrists, hamstrings.
They said you were a hell of a slot receiver until you pulled your hammy.
Dude, they'll tell you, I'm not making this up. Like I have no desire to make it sound like I was a better ball player than I was. Like I was cool. I was good enough. Like I would have been a decent ball player. But it doesn't matter if you can't stay on the field. I was always in the training room. So you get to a point, like I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8", 160 pounds. I might run a 4.5 on my best day.
Right.
bro, I'm not going nowhere. And that's cool. Like, there's a lot of life to live.
Exactly.
My thought process was always, any job I've ever had, it was never about a check. It was like, how can I connect some dots?
Okay.
So I was like, man, I throw parties. People love the parties. Let me figure out, because I'm sick of paying to get in the club. Let me figure out if I can get in the club. But on the meantime, while I build this up, I'm going to work at Hat Shack so that I can make sure I can look out for the DJs, look out for the girls I want to get in for free. I can pass out some flyers. That was my thought process. And the third thought process was, and I'll tell you this, is my homegirl. Her name is Amanda Spann. She's the reason I am who I am. She had an internship with Atlantic Records.
Right.
And I wanted to offer her to come to the club for free. So I started to figure out how to do club parties. I didn't care about making no money. I was like, yo, I need this internship. So finally she shows up to the club because she went to Florida State. And I'm like, I'm not in the front. I'm not counting the money. I'm all the way in the back. And I'm like, yo, this is actually my party. How do I get an internship? We can do you can come to as many free parties as you want. And it got me a lunch to go get an internship. I was trying to work for the radio station.
Building relationships.
It was it. It never had anything to do with money.
I just learned
connecting the dots.
Yeah,
is like making me think about my next move.
Bro. So look at this. Like, I'm assuming y'all are 22, 23, 24.
I'm 27.
Shit.
21.
Oh, that's fine. But I'm telling you, bro, I'm 34. I just turned 34. Y'all are young.
Yeah.
And you can't expedite your life. Your life path, what God has for you is for you.
Absolutely.
Facts.
I tell people to fall in your purpose, but in the meantime, do the work. So when that purpose falls in front of you, you out of here.
Absolutely.
You know? So for me, it was like, man, how many dots can I connect? Because people don't even understand when you're working at a job, that's not your purpose. People could work 9 to 5s. People can be hedge fund managers. People can start real estate companies. None of that stuff matters. What matters the most is doing the work that can get you in your purpose. Because it's hard for people to hear me sometimes. Money is the easiest thing in the world. And I'm saying that not because I'm in a better position than I was 10 years ago. I'm telling you because 400 years ago, there was no such thing as a dollar. Mm. Money was created by a man, but God gives you your purpose.
Absolutely.
So walk in that purpose and do the work. Like, work has always been required from us forever. So do the work, find your purpose, and nobody can stop you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, that's dope, man.
I'm speechless right now.
Because I'm thinking. So he's saying that he didn't go into any of these situations with the idea of making money. His whole intent was to connect dots, build relationships with people, start from the ground up, putting in all this work. That's the thing I need.
Think about it like this. I tell people, like, I've spoken to a couple kids at different colleges. That's part of when we go to black schools, part of the process is they ask us to speak to the media kids, which I volunteer that any day, no problem. Most of these kids are like, yo, I want to work with you. Yada, yada. Bro, I'm 34 years old. You 21. Where you want to be is not, you're not there yet. And that's not disrespectful. I'm telling you, the person that's adjacent to you, if you're a photographer, that model, y'all can build together within y'all's community.
Yeah.
And meet me where you need to meet me at. But if I hire you right now, you don't even know how to do email exchanges because you've never been in that environment. You don't even know how to do running shows. You don't even know how to do treatments.
Yeah.
You know, do the work. So what I'm telling people is, even at a young age, bro, me at 34, I can't be broke. I got a fiance. I got people to feed. At 21, it don't matter how much money you got, dog. Nobody cares, because if somebody's rich at 21, you're not the norm. You're the anomaly.
Yeah.
So money's going to matter when you're 30 plus, when you're 40 plus. Money does not matter right now. Go work, do the work. It doesn't. I had no pride in being a person that carried coffee because I knew who I was. I'm investing in a candle company right now. I was on a call with the young man. He's a genius. And I'm like, bro, This company lives and dies by you. You're a millionaire already. The money just ain't hit your bank account yet. But I can't make you move faster than you move. When you're ready to be the leader you're supposed to be, I'm right here for you.
Absolutely.
Do the work.
Absolutely. Now, I got 2 questions for you. Then I'm gonna let you go. My first question is, I just want to talk about this.
Girl, I'm gonna be late, bro. I'm 15 minutes late to y'all, so y'all good. I'll give y'all another 15, bro. We straight.
So how is 85 South media brand expanding? Because it's beyond. And one of the things I just want to say, I came in here today after doing some research, and we ain't a podcast no more. We a show. Don't you dare don't you dare call us a podcast no more.
We put in the work.
Before you finish what you about to say, I'm gonna tell you how Hollywood works, right? Hollywood is this gatekeeping industry. And prior to the internet being what it is now, because I'm old enough to remember when internet wasn't a thing. I'm 34. So I was the kid that still played outside with no cell phones, but I've also watched the evolution of technology.
You was there with XGs, yeah.
Right. XGs was a thing. AOL dial-up was a thing. What I'm telling you guys is that I'm like the last of the people that still have to play in Hollywood, if that makes sense, right? These are the things that Dame Dash was saying for years. These are the things that Master P was saying for years, and Jay Prince for saying for years. They want you to feel like you're just a talent. If you're just a talent, they need to put people around the talent to help the talent grow and be who he's supposed to be. But if you have IP, if you have creative, if you have talent, that is your fund. That's your investment fund for your business. So your business can protect the IP and the talent. The business that 85 South Media does, the IP that 85 South Media does is a podcast. If all else goes to hell, we can podcast. And COVID has proven it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if we save a little bit of money, if we tuck a little bit of money away, we don't take everything that's on the table, we can now get a tour off the ground. We can now get merchandise off the ground. We can now hire more production to go get more ad revenue. We can launch 85. Most people don't have runway. This is the business now. This is the X and O's of business. Runway, when I'm saying runway, what I'm saying is capital, cash, to get these things off the ground. Because when your development is out the window because of Soulja Boy. There used to be a time where people would develop talent. They would teach you PR. They would teach you how to walk the runway. They would teach you how to be on set. They would teach you your business and your finance. So your finalized product is a polished product. Soulja Boy broke the internet. He made this one song. It went through the roof, and they realized they could make no money, but they didn't know how to. They didn't develop the kid,
right?
The individual talent, and now that's the wave. But what I'm telling you is, if you take a little bit of time and you look at your talent or your IP or your creativity as a business and build around it to protect it, you won't need these outside infrastructures. Now you can do business with these outside infrastructures.
Damn it, man.
You're the best businessman you can ever be when you don't need anybody, because you can make solid decisions.
Yeah.
Needing somebody will never put you in a good position to make a good decision. Needing anything, you'll never make a good decision when you need something.
Yeah,
I should say need. I should say desperate.
And if y'all can't podcast, you can motivational speak, because goddamn.
Okay. And then one thing I wanted to ask you, Chad, before I let you go, what because you're business for you, like you're business minded, and people see you in a lot of these different interviews, and even when we were preparing, there's like, damn, does he laugh? Does he smile? Like is he gonna laugh with us? Is he gonna smile with us? I was like, he's a funny guy. I've been at a wedding and saw him come in as a groomsman, and this nigga came turning it up.
That's what my family, bro. Like, yeah, no, I mean, I laugh all the time, man. I'm silly. My fiance is silly. My partners is silly.
So what do you do for leisure? But when you turn it off, because I'm pretty sure your fiance, because my wife made me do it. She like, hey, turn work off, come home, turn it off. What do you do when you have to turn it off?
I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. Like, I just got decent at that.
Yeah,
like, it's 9:00 on Friday night. I'm still at the office.
Yeah.
So like, this isn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't turn off because this is what I know that I was put here to do. I know I know who my father was. I know who my grandfather was. And they walked in purpose. So I'm walking in purpose. So to like get my mind off of things, if that makes sense. Before COVID, I was boxing a lot. I was sparring a lot, you know. That's peace of mind for me, but that's really just to, you know, get out aggression and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Man, I get on my girl's nerves, bro. I come home and I watch a bunch of interviews, man. I watch Dame Dash, and my new thing is watching I watch I forgot, it's called Recon something, but it's like these guys that go off in the woods with Jeep Wranglers. That's my new thing. And they cook in the outdoors.
Oh, they just be chilling outside?
Off-grid living type shit.
Off-grid living.
Yeah.
These Jeep Wranglers, they lift them up, they go outdoors, and they survive for like 3-4 days. That's what I want to be able to do.
Absolutely. Now, I gotta say this: if you haven't learned anything from listening to this podcast, you haven't listened to this episode
at all.
And I will say this, and I hope that Chad's okay with me saying this. A little less than a year ago, my brother Al put me in contact with Chad. He's like, "Call Chad. You doing some stuff? XYZ. Call Chad." And what Chad said
a year ago.
That it was a little less than a year ago. It's about like March. It's about like March 2020. And I came in my office in here and I was talking to him on the phone, and what he said, he was like, "Bro, do the work. Like, yeah." He's like, "You ain't got to tell me that you can write. You ain't got to tell me that you can XYZ. You ain't got to tell me all this. Like, fucking just do it.
Do it."
He's like, "Just do it."
People will see.
And that was in March, and I talked on this podcast before about like everything that happened since I did the work. So I just want to say I appreciate you for that. We are excited, man. We are fans of everything that y'all are doing and everything that y'all are going to do. Please give our love and our support to everybody there, ladies and gentlemen. Chad Oubre.
Yes, sir.
Man, and I'm gonna tell y'all, man, keep doing what y'all are doing, because, you know, I'll tell anybody, I'm not a big fan of doing these podcasts because it makes me uncomfortable, but media is important, man, and controlling messaging is important. So y'all keep doing the work y'all are doing, bro.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely. Hey, shout out to Chad for dropping so many gems. Can we just give him while we are here, just, and he ain't even here, but he ain't gonna hear it, but another hand clap.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He dropped some stuff on us.
And you know what? People that's listening to the show right now, they're not gonna know it. They just gonna hear the 30-minute conversation. But that conversation,
oh damn,
was a 2-hour conversation.
Literally 2.5
hour conversation where he just dropped game and gave us tools and resources and gems. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to everybody at 85 South Media. Shout out to everybody at the 85 South Show doing their thing, man. Congratulations to y'all.
Shout out
and
to y'all, boys.
Keep growing. You know, we'll see y'all at work.
One thing he was talking a lot about was being a business owner, and, you know, the different fees that come associated with that. You know, people see you at your fame and they don't know all the back end that comes with it. One thing he did mention was taxes. And he's a lot about giving back to the Black community. And we have a lot of people in our community who want to reach out and do our taxes for us. But Jerry, you got a top 5 as to... Yeah,
you know, I got a top 5 because last week I did a prank 2 weeks in a row. So everyone's like, Jerry, what a top 5 at? We ain't heard the top 5 in a minute. So I got a top 5 for y'all. But first of all, let's go ahead and, like Sko say, let's roll that intro.
Yeah. Tell me how you really feel. Tell me how you really feel. Top 5.
Yep, so this is Jerry's top 5 of the week. Every week I'm bringing y'all something you know, that I like, don't like, or just some top 5 things that I think are interesting. Now we are going into, you know, that season, you know, new car season, new clothes season, new outfit season, new house season, aka tax season. Now, for some people who get a tax return, got dependents, gonna get an extra little tax return. You may see this. If you're on Facebook, if you're on social media, you're on Instagram, you have a lot of Facebook friends and these social media friends who reach out to you in your DMs and ask you, hey, you know, if you need somebody to do your taxes this year, I got you. You know, I can help you prepare. I can help you prepare your taxes. So to those people that reached out to me asking me, Jerry, can I let me do your taxes this year? This is my top 5 reasons why my Facebook friends will not be preparing my taxes. What the fuck was that?
Little laugh.
I don't, nigga. I'm funny in real life. I don't need the giggles. All right, here we go. Reason number one why you would not be preparing my taxes this tax season. You talk too fucking much. I can't trust you with my goddamn personal information, my social, my income, and you fucking talking. You doing my taxes in February, but then come March, you telling everybody, well, you know, Jerry make $22,000. Cannot do my taxes because you talk too much. Reason number two why you can't do my taxes this tax season, you offering a free cruise, but nigga, Corona, you lying. You a liar. You gonna try to take some money. You ain't gonna give me what I really want because you already lying talking about we gonna give you a free cruise. You ever saw the people be like, yeah, pay your taxes with me, get a free cruise, win a TV, win it up. I gotta do all that. I would get all that for you to prepare my taxes. Fuck out of here. Reason number three why you're not gonna prepare my taxes this year. I know you in real life. We had math class together.
You fucking idiot.
Your ass can't count. You was in remedial math, bitch. You ain't finna count my taxes.
Then you cheat off me?
You used to cheat off my taxes. No, I mean, what you
dumbass?
Absolutely not. Reason number four why you would not be preparing my taxes this tax season. The IRS called me looking for you. Now you might want to call them back and see what the fuck they want. And then the final reason why you will not be preparing my taxes this year is because you did my cousin taxes last year and she still owes $13,000. So now I don't know how your calculations went, but because of some shit that you done did with her, you would not be fucking with me. So I want to say this to everybody out there listening. If you got people talking about, hey, let me help you do it. You know, you ain't got to go to H&R Block. They gonna rob you. You ain't got to go to TurboTax. They gonna get you. I can do it for you. Don't you fuck with them
at all.
That's my top five. Y'all doing your taxes this year early?
Heck no, but my mom is an accountant, so.
Oh, you lucky.
I'm plugged in.
Yeah, Vasco, you doing taxes this year? You worked.
Vasco.
Yes, I worked.
I was going to say, don't. I don't want to get you in trouble on air because we recording.
Hold on, y'all got y'all second. What? Not y'all.
I need my stimulus.
Did you get your second stimulus? And I know you did your shit right. So if I ain't get mine, I shouldn't be worried. I might.
Nigga, I went to irs.gov and they said, nigga.
Oh, okay.
That's what it said. It said, nigga.
Bro.
So my jump might be on the back end.
Yeah, my shit might come with my taxes.
Okay, cool.
It was like, nigga.
I can say that.
People be my homeboy, my fraternity brother. He called me. He was like, hey, Jerry, how you and your wife prepare? I was like, nigga, for what? How y'all prepare for y'all taxes? Y'all do jointly or y'all? How many y'all claim? 0, 1. Nigga, I am.
Mama, I got my W-2. You want me to bring it over? You want me to send you a picture?
Send me a picture, baby. I got you.
That's exactly what happens. And I'll be like, did you do it yet? Did you do it yet? Did you do it yet? And now I'm just thankful that I got somebody to do it for me for free. Yeah, I ain't got to worry about their integrity.
You ain't got to go to
like
TurboTax. You ain't got to go to tax that. Shout out to everybody who be at Walmart sitting in them damn lines trying to get their taxes prepared.
It's crazy though that you have to do that. Like you already taking taxes from me, and then every year I got to file something. And then if I don't, then I'm penalized.
Especially if you're a business owner too, because it's like, shit, wait a minute. If you would have told me this, I would have been paying taxes throughout the year. If you would have told me that they was going to be taking this like that.
I'm definitely finna file for my business.
It's crazy. It almost sounds like the system is just fucked up. It's crazy.
You know, the more you make, the more they take. And then I'm going to put a business out there a little bit. My wife, she was surprised one year. She was making a certain amount. And she turned around and she owed money. She's like, what? Wait a minute.
That's exactly what I was talking to my kids about.
I was like, ooh, no, we ain't gonna file together then, because you owe. Because if you owe, then I'm owe.
We gonna owe together.
I'm gonna claim head of household this year.
It's crazy though. That's a crazy system. We were just talking about that today. I was like, well, y'all, I'm a teacher, so I make, under this umbrella. But if you under this umbrella and you don't have any children, at the end of the day, they're gonna take money out of your check every time, and once a year, you're going to have to pay them some money.
That's why black people be like, how many kids you got? 4? Can I claim one of them?
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I used to date somebody who used to get stacks back on his tax returns. And I used to be like, how the fuck are you getting that much money when I'm getting like $400 back? And I don't know what he was doing.
He was claiming his niece.
But every year it was like $3,000, $4,000. I'm like, how?
That ain't hush. It's not, because we've been doing that in the black community, not we personally.
That is illegal as hell.
Not if that person been.
I'm talking about you getting bans like that.
Ain't nobody fucking staying with us.
For kids, you get a lot of money for kids.
For kids, I think that's reasonable. But I was saying this is a single man with another single woman. We ain't got no kids.
He was claiming somebody on his taxes.
But somehow I'm getting $400. He
side chicks had 2 kids.
You know, somebody asked me to do that a couple of times, and I'm scared, so I always be like, nah, I can't. I was made up like a bullshit lie. Nah, I already
I ain't doing that. My mama,
both.
There you go.
she scared it out of me.
SNS cafeteria.
Yes. Oh, I used to
That's
go
what.
there.
I'm sorry. That's what
You gotta go through the
line.
line.
What's SNS?
SNS cafeteria. It's like Piccadilly.
You don't know SNS?
I know Piccadilly is. I don't know SNS though.
It's
I'll
just the
take you to
same thing.
SNS.
No, the fuck you
Damn,
not,
got it on
because
Duval,
I'd have been to a Piccadilly. You ain't gonna take me to
yeah.
SNS.
But
Is
when we was
Piccadilly
broke
SNS?
back in the day, well, pretty much.
Because I'd have got
Pretty
that jello.
much, and
It's
yeah.
I'd have
like-
got that jello from Piccadilly.
Think Golden Corral, but bring it down to a 4th. And that's Piccadilly and SNS.
Be a whole lot of old white ladies at Piccadilly with blue hair. Like, now your hair blue.
Exactly.
All
They
right,
always
yeah,
have
that's
red
all right,
velvet or carrot.
Little sliced cake on the, you wrap that bitch up.
Yeah.
I get one of them.
I want one of those.
Y'all got cobbler in the back that just got, let me get the cobbler.
I do love Boston Market.
Hey, can
And
I
if y'all could bring one of those to Jacksonville, I would love you. Because I only get it when I go past Daytona and into Orlando.
And I just want to say this one thing, because we was talking about Piccadilly. I want to talk about older parents before I pass it to you to close the show. Parents, grandparents, the baby playing the game on the TV is not going to blow up the TV. All right.
Oh my Lord.
I was talking to my mom today, and she was making such a big fuss about my nephew playing the game on her TV. She's like, yeah. And he is all every day, just come home from school, play the game. Now when my TV blow the fuck up, who gonna replace it? I was like, I want to say, mama, like, I don't think.
You might want to relax.
I had to mute my phone because I was laughing so hard. Because I remember when we were younger, she would say the same shit. Yeah, look, my TV tube went out because y'all playing it. Like, no, this
not the sound.
fucking old ass TV. That's what a
Get rid of this shit.
No, sir.
So my nephew Jar, he can't, like, literally, like, if he's on the game in the living room in her house, she's going on, yeah, on the damn game. You been on the game all day. All you do is come over here, get right on the game. Now when my TV blow, who gonna fix it?
He could be on this shit for 20 minutes.
And I be looking at my nephew Jar like, I'm sorry.
What? Sorry. I look at that nigga and start laughing like, this what the fuck we had to go through.
I don't know.
What you tell your mama?
I done told her like many of the time, like, mama, that's not gonna cost.
Oh shit! I would have been like, you better tell him to get off.
I was like, because I was like, you know, if that caused the TV to blow, then the Amazon Fire Stick will also, because it's doing the same thing basically. Yeah, not because when the TV blow, when the picture tube go out, then the picture tube, when the picture tube blow, then who gonna fix it? I'm like, all right, mama.
How old's your mama?
My mama, if I'm 27, my mama's 57.
Oh, she young.
Yeah, she young, but ever since I was little, when
she old, but she young.
When the games had the yellow, white, and blue thing that you had, the cords for the HDMI. Well, we can play in the room all day. Well, let us bring that to the big TV. She'll go tell
the big TV in the living room.
Damn. We all got the same terminology.
Don, they end up playing the game on the big TV now. When my damn TV blow, when my damn TV blow, who gonna fix it? With the fat back, big booty TV.
You know what a fatback TV is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Call that, because you was a shit back in 1998.
Had to pull that bitch out from the wall because it was too close.
You gotta have DVDs lined up
on the
floor.
side. Yeah, back in 1999, 98, if you had a big ass TV, not a flat screen, a big screen TV, they was called big screen.
Yeah, because it wasn't no flat.
Them bitches had now the TV. If in retrospect, in today, the TV was probably about 47 inches. Like a 47-inch TV, but the body of that bitch was so goddamn big. You'd be like, God damn!
It take 2 people to lift it.
2 people to lift it. Some of them had little wheels on it, and you can roll them motherfuckers. But that's we gotta go on to you. I just wanted to say that because I just find that shit to be hilarious. When my goddamn TV tube go out, who gonna fix the motherfucker? My picture tube gonna go out. Mama, that is an HDMI smart TV. I don't think that the picture tube is just gonna go out.
You should get her a TV for like her birthday one day and be like, this has the picture tube warranty on it.
My mama has all flat screen TVs, and like she has like every single TV in her house.
I'll
is like
finesse the fuck out of her. Be like, yeah, mom, this has like the long time video game.
I'm letting my nephew go through it because we had to go through it. The picture tube, yeah, nephew, the picture tube gonna go out. Vanessa, what do women want to know this week? Because every week, y'all want to know something.
Nosy asses.
What is it this week? Nosy asses, like Vasco said. I agree.
Let's get into it.
I second that emotion.
So this week we're gonna keep it light. We're gonna take a step back, and I
Because
want to
you did
know.
porn 2 weeks in a row.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it balanced.
Women want to know about
You know
porn.
what I'm saying? What is the pettiest or worst reason you have ever stopped talking to a woman?
Why are you asking that question?
I'm asking that question because there's a lot of stuff going around on social media, and I'm seeing stuff like their wings count was changed, people drooling while they sleep, farting in the car, stuff like that. So I just wanted to ask you guys, you know what I'm saying, what superficial things have caused y'all to stop talking to a young lady?
Honesty hour.
I would say
It's always honesty hour.
I started talking to a girl because I realized that I don't like the for her titties.
Oh,
yeah.
It was big or little?
They was big at the time.
Tick old bitties.
But check this though. I was in the 5th grade.
boy, I'm finna slap you.
Listen.
You worry about some jugs in the 5th grade. You should be worried about the picture tube. You're supposed to be focused on the picture tube.
Look, Shorty came to school and just out of the fucking blue. I guess she was wearing a bra. It was just because the day before she was normal, and the day after she had titties, and it was the talk of the town. And it was like, damn, bro, like she look good. Like what the fuck is this we feeling? Everybody wanted her. I said, you know what? If everybody want her, goddamn it, I'm gonna get her.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I'm saying? Did my little smooth talking in the 5th grade. I was like, yo,
boy, shut the hell up.
I hit her with it. Can I have one of your apple juices?
Like me? Yes,
you going to
maybe?
recess?
What time your class go to recess?
You playing 4 square today?
I save an orange juice
right
for
now?
you. Yeah. What book you got? I'm on the 3.6 average.
All right.
What science book you got? The one with the lizard on it, or y'all got the science book with the
but it was so funny, bro. But yeah, she had titties. I made her my girlfriend, and then like.
You got her for real?
No, dead ass. Yeah, I made her my girlfriend.
Vasco is that guy.
The next day in music class that morning, it was like 10 in the morning. I looked at her in the face. I said, bro, this bitch is ugly. I got it. I told her right there in music class right before we started. I was like, yeah, I don't think this gonna work. You know my girlfriend no more, and I just left.
You know that story would be a whole lot more impactful if y'all was like in college or like high school.
You want me to change the script?
No, I'm so glad I was in the 5th grade and not in college. 'Cause in college, that could have fucked with that girl in 5th grade. She gonna forget about that.
Oh yeah, no, it is. Yeah,
ain't no problem.
I always told dudes when I was a senior in high school. I had like the freshman guys and like Jerry, what advice you give me? I'm like, hey, don't talk to the girls. Like don't like talk to them, but don't get a girlfriend until like y'all been in school for a month. Because at a month's period, those new outfits they gonna wear that new outfit at least 2 times. That you gonna be a little frizzy. You gonna see her in her natural state, and that's when you make a decision on if you can handle her at her best and her worst.
That natural shit fuck a lot of niggas up though.
That is good for you.
I was like, do not talk to the girl.
That.
Do not talk to a girl if you in high school. Do not talk.
Or in college. Freshman year.
Freshman year in college, yeah, but freshman
that don't make no sense.
Yeah, but sometimes freshmen, like week 2, you going to class in sweats. But in high school, high school is a fashion show in itself. So I always tell them like, hey, do talk to them, but do not get in a relationship with a girl until like at least a month, because those new outfits, she done wore those bitches about 2 times. Those micro braids with the tracks in the micro braids in the front and the tracks in the back. You gonna see the little frizzy. Ooh, and the best way to tell if you can really be with her for her personality and not just her looks is if her mama took her hair out on a Sunday and the hairdresser fell through. She gotta come to school with that little ass ponytail. Or she got this shit right here. She look like me. She got this shit turned like this.
Look like she got a Brussels sprout on top of her head.
And then
a piece of bubble gum.
You see her ass like, damn, what the fuck going on? Y'all alright?
What happened? Where your hair go?
And then she didn't get to school till about 12 because she tried to miss the bus on purpose. But her mama like, bitch, you going to school today. You going to school.
She ain't got no shit for school.
She got on the South Pole. This is when I was in school. She got on the South Pole sweater.
Puffy jacket.
Puffy jacket.
Oh, you better
black.
respect it.
That was you?
With Air Force Ones?
Yeah, that was you.
You better respect me.
With
the fur around the hood.
With the fur around the hood. She got the hoodie up. Then the teacher come and say, the hoodie's off.
Shit. Real ones gonna miss a day of school so that they can hit that hair appointment.
I'm telling you,
and on Tuesday,
she tried to miss.
Honestly, it'd be some kids that I didn't see on Tuesday, on Friday or Monday. And then on Tuesday, I'm like, okay, hair.
Yeah,
You got your hair done? Okay, that's why you haven't been to school.
They be trying to miss school. Their mom be like, you going to school. The mamas that care about the education. Oh, you going to school.
You going
Yeah, them mamas care,
miss.
but it be some mamas that be like, my baby
I
can't
can't see you
go.
out there like
and
that.
then
All
there's some
fucked up.
mamas that, as discipline, will, like, if their hair doesn't look that good. Like, I have one little girl she came to school half tracks, half braids, and I was like, what's happening? And she's like, my mama got mad at me this morning. She said I couldn't finish taking my hair out, and I'm sure her mama tried to hurry her out the door an hour before, and it's all.
So
of
what
this.
you do?
I gave my baby a pair of scissors.
There you go, sister.
And you know what I'm saying? Don't tell on me, but I said, don't tell nobody you got these from me.
Go ahead and do your thing.
Go ahead and get that out your head.
Please, because you cannot.
You will not walk around with one. Yeah. The track was basically like her whole braid under was exposed. Like it was more so like for humiliation. So if that's what type of parent you are, please don't do that to these babies.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Your question was, what's the pettiest reason you broke up
so
with a girl?
we done
but no, that's okay, because then I can bring it right back to it. Because when we producers on the show, that's what we do.
That's what you do.
And that's
so
right.
much practice.
For sure.
You know what I mean? We done did this. We've been on this thing for 3 years now. Y'all ain't new to this. Y'all true to this. But the reason why Vanessa asked this question, because what's going around social media are a lot of women are on social media and they posting petty reasons why they broke up with dudes. And Sco, I want us to feel this a little bit.
Oh, this a thing?
They just posting petty reasons why they breaking up with dudes. And
what are these tweets?
Here go one. He changed my 10-piece wing to a 5-piece, so she broke up with him.
Get your fat ass out of here.
Honestly, shit. Not too long ago, we was getting Wingstop, and I was like, it was like he was reordering the old order, and it had me for like 6 wings. And I was like, babe, give me like 8 wings. And he was like, 6 not gonna do it for you. And I was like, never mind, don't even worry about it. And I was full after them 6, but it was the principality that I said, give me 8, and he didn't.
Then another girl said we was smoking and he started rapping out the blue, so she broke up with him.
What do you mean?
Hell no.
What do you mean?
Fuck no, baby.
Sometimes that happens in a sex though.
One girl said I didn't like the way his lips looked when his mouth was spread apart.
That's good too.
One girl said he randomly drew like he was a teething baby.
Oh, that shit is funny.
Hold on. Another girl said his ass looked too fat in jeans on the first date. There was no second date.
She mad.
Yeah.
She mad.
Yeah.
This one I kind of understood. She said he farted while getting out of the car on our first date. I can handle a fart, but this shit, potent it. It's 3 more.
I get it. I understand.
I understand. Hold on, Vanessa, tell me if this is a deal breaker for you. She said he pronounced the L in salmon while ordering dinner. This nigga said salmon.
A little bit, yeah. Because I need to be the classiest one between the two of us. I need you to be smarter than me, but I need to be the high class one.
This shit was funny a little bit. This lady, she said he opened his mouth to catch some shrimp the chef was throwing at the Japanese restaurant.
He ain't never been nowhere. He ain't never been nowhere.
Here we go. Number 9 says he ordered a Mike's Hard Lemonade and had the nerve to be tipsy.
I can understand that because some people ain't hard drinkers.
And then the last girl said she broke up with her boyfriend because she offered to pay on the first date and he let her. The nerve.
Oh fuck no.
That nigga might have just been down bad at that point.
Offer nothing. Then you don't ask me on no date.
I'm defending every man.
The nerve.
Oh, okay. Let's go on a picnic. Take me for a drive. Don't ask me to go nowhere to eat.
The pettiest thing I broke up with a girl for is she didn't have, like, I always saw her with lip gloss on. I was in high school, and one day she didn't have her lip gloss on, and her lips looked like overcooked sausages. You know, you boil sausages and then they bust.
Ew.
And her lips looked like I was like, ooh.
It was oozing?
It was not oozing, but it just looked like discoloration. Okay. And I was like, oh, you got to get that pink popping.
That means she had turkey sausages.
Sometimes that shit can look cute though.
No. Her shit look like
sometimes
when it's nice and filled. When it's
like
nice
when it's
and
like
it's real pink down here on the bottom lip, but then it's like
well flip that. If
like
it's
lip
pink,
liner, nigga. That's what you talking about.
No. Lip liner, like the actual fucking lip itself. Like
if it's pink in the middle and dark on the outside.
Don't cuss at me. Now I know I cuss at you, but don't cuss at me.
We even out. We even out.
We're even now. It goes.
But no, I know.
What's your pettiest reason?
He already said. What's your pettiest reason?
Titties. And yours was lip gloss. Mine
the
is
lips look like sausages.
I don't think it was petty. We went on a date and he talked about his mom the entire time, and it was awful. It was probably like the worst date I've ever
Was
been
his
on.
mom sick?
And he probably made no.
She was normal.
He was Haitian. I'm not saying that anything about. I'm just putting facts out there.
Me mama.
I ain't finna say nothing about no Haitian.
What you say?
Nope.
So, but at the same token, he made the most money out of anybody I've ever dated.
What that got to do with shit?
I don't know, because people go after money, especially people think women go after money. So we only had one date and we never met again. So.
Did he speak with a thick accent?
No, but he did have a little stutter.
So the stutters
don't.
The stutters were through you.
No, it was he constantly he talked about his mom and his money a lot. He did make good money, but he talked about the entire time. And I'm a teacher, so I don't really care about that.
Who are you?
Mama said.
I know a lot of Haitians. They don't. Was it a stutter or was it like
I'm not finna make fun.
Well, no. This is a serious question. Then we gonna go. Was it a stutter or was it like a drag? Like
nah. See what I'm saying is. Yeah. So anyways, I make this much money.
Oh no, nigga! I need you to write that shit down.
But just text me.
Jerry said that. Vasco said that. I didn't say that. I did not. But that was my worst.
Hey, we are the Dignified Delinquents. We got to get the hell up out of here, man. Vasco, what you know, what they know, what can they go to follow you, sir?
Y'all already know you can go follow me on Instagram at IM.VSJ. You can follow me on Twitter at IM.VSJ. Or if you want to keep up with me and behind the scenes actions of my life, you can follow me on Snapchat at IM.VSJ. Now, Nessa, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at
Nessa.
Sound
cute. You can
hair flip and all this shit.
Now you want to talk right after you fuck the letters up.
Instagram or Twitter, Nessa_Mufasa. Facebook, Nessa Ness. Authentic Educators Inc. for my business.
There you go. And
Jerry?
I'm sorry because I talked about you with the letters and then y'all get a text message.
Come on, man.
Hey, y'all, next week y'all was doing too much moving and talking while I was reading. So I need y'all to hold still.
Listen, hey, bear with us with this week. We was sipping, we had to do our interview, and then we was sipping, we had to do the show.
And it's Friday.
So, hey,
fucking slack.
Come on, man.
Hey, it's your boy Jerry the Great. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Jerry the Great. You see, I ain't messed up. I ain't stuttering. I ain't slipping. I ain't tripping. Because you know why? I was built for this shit, nigga.
And the rest of us weren't, apparently.
No, that's not what I said. That's not why you know what you're not gonna do. We are the Dignified Delinquents, and guess what? We out. Why the fuck would you come on the air with you fucking shit like that?